We're live.
I need everybody to be quiet for me. We're live real quick. All right, we're live. Everybody say hi. Everybody say hi. There we go. All right, guys. Lead Zolo is providing us with world-class leads today for all of our community members. Everybody is going to get a chance to call leads. It's going to be amazing. We are going to get a contract today for sure. Shout out the Deal Champs community right here. Deal Champs. And shout out Lead Zolo for making all this possible to give all of our community members leads. What we're going to do, everybody's going to get an address. We go through on the Lead Zolo marketplace and we poach them all from different areas that we see fit. And then everybody's going to get a lot of at-bats. We got a decent budget for everybody to make calls, and we'll see who can close the most. If Isaiah Rolex-Man was here, he'd probably say he's going to win. All right, anybody have any questions? I'm going to send you all the information in the WhatsApp chat. Just don't dox the person, please. We'll send it. We'll poach it off. And the way we use it, who hasn't used Lead Zolo's marketplace yet? Sweet. So if you haven't, come this way for me. And come look at my computer. Dean, you're going to have to keep the screen entertained.
Yeah.
Because we can't share both.
So guys, this is a really exciting thing that we have been doing with our community members where we work on real leads live. And once we're done with the calls, Strat and I give real-time training so you guys can learn how to get better, how to handle the situations, how to work through seller objections, all the real-life things that you usually don't get training on. So the fact that we're able to work on real leads, give training on it is really awesome to get better and work on our business. So what Strat's doing right now is he's going into Lead Zolo and he's going into the marketplace. Now, the marketplace is where you can look and purchase leads in your area that you want to purchase leads.
All right, who wants the
now,
first
Lead Zolo is a nationwide company. So if you're looking for deals in California, in Florida, in New York, in Ohio, wherever you're at, there's leads in your market. So it's an opportunity to get people that are looking to sell their house. They're looking for a solution. They are searching for it online. And they're coming straight to you, and you can purchase those leads. That's what pay per lead leads are, PPL leads.
Who wants the first lead?
This is an opportunity for you guys to get an inside look on what that looks like and what it's like to actually call these sellers, have conversations, and we're going to give our training on it. So you're going to get a great inside look on what that looks like. See, we got a good amount of people that are live with us right now. If you're live with us, put in the chat where you're from. If you guys see something that you like or you want to learn more about,
lead type, and then we can go
comment throughout this process with us. We're going to take the camera, we're going to move it around to whoever gets a live lead, okay? So we're all going to be calling different leads at a time. We'll get a live lead. We're going to get that inside look and see at firsthand what that call looks and sounds like, and you'll be able to follow along with us. So it's going to be a really great time. We're going to be doing this for probably the next hour or 2 hours, as long as we can get through there. We want to close deals today. So if we got any closers with us right now, let us know what you got going on in your business. Let us know if you're wholesaling or you're flipping houses or if you're buying rentals. All of these leads will serve and help you from Lead Zolo to get those deals for your real estate business, all right? How are we doing, Strat Daddy?
Oh, we'll help you, bro.
We dishing out leads right now?
We're dishing out leads. Tell them the first lead came in. Drip campaign, speed to lead is already firing.
All right.
All right. Her name is
So yeah, guys, the key on these leads is to get on them right away. When you've got a lead that comes in, you've got to call them right away. They call that speed to lead. We want to get on the phone with them as soon as possible because if you don't, someone else is probably going to talk to them.
You'll be the first one to go.
So Stradoodle, you probably got to mute your mic because you're probably talking all throughout it too. Okay, let me see your mic.
Fine.
Put you on mute. I'll give that back to you. All right. So as you guys can see, we got a bunch of people congregating right here, getting some fresh leads. They're going to be calling them straight from their cell phone. And then whoever gets that lead, we're going to go live and get an inside look on that call, okay? I'm going to get on my Instagram and see what we got here. I'm texting with my partner about this storage deal. They're looking for $20 million, I guess, on it. Okay, so let me go over here to our chat, our live video.
Send me the deal.
It's only 20 million, dude. That's an easy deal. It's a layup.
Tell them send me the deal.
I'm gonna come over here and check Instagram, see what we got.
All right, Rich, your lead is in the chat.
Let's check over here.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, now we got this one in Highlands, Florida.
All right, so we're getting set up now. We're getting people to start making calls.
Got pen and paper?
Pen and paper.
I got a pen.
Got a pen? I got it right now. Oh, what are you gonna do?
I have a pen over here.
Thanks. So this one's in Florida.
Let me check these comments we got coming up here.
You got one too? There you go. Yours is the second one.
Okay, I'll do
It's in the chat.
All right, looks like we got people on YouTube. We got people on Facebook and Instagram coming through here.
We're Saline, Arkansas.
All right, we're dishing out these leads. Then we're going to be making these calls. Now, we don't have it to share with you guys on the screen right now, but we have a script that we specifically follow when we talk to these sellers, and it's our qualification script. So we want to be calling, we want to be talking to them about, of course, things like their motivation, the condition of the house, the timing that they want to sell it, and ultimately we're going to get to the price. But before we get to the price, we like to figure out what any sort of roadblocks might be in the way and get those out of the way before we talk about price. So you'll notice, especially those that are with us that are experienced, are going to be following that script and going through it. I'm going to bring it up on the screen and be talking about it right now with the team. Let me sneak by here.
All right, so most recent one in the chat.
What's the name on it?
Her name is Shannon. Okay.
All right.
Which script should I look at?
So we got it up right here on the screen. Okay, you got it right here. We're going to go with the seller script. Yep. So the seller script, we've got 10 major sections that we go through. Just the introduction is number one. Then we go through establishing expectations about what the call is going to look and feel like with this seller so that they can understand really what the expectations are, of course. Then we're going to get into motivation. That's where you want to spend most of your time talking with the seller. That's the reason they're selling it, is the motivation, right? So we want to unpack that as much as we can. And ultimately, that's what's going to get them to want to sell you this house at a price that makes sense for both of you, right? That's going to be a win-win for you as an investment and a win for them to sell it and not have to deal with it anymore. Then we get into the condition. The condition ultimately is going to help us anchor the price down. Usually these houses need work. So the condition of the property typically is a factor to help anchor down the price. Then we're going to get into the occupancy, who lives in the property and what the situation is there, because usually that's a factor. Then we're going to get into the timing when they want to sell it. Then we're going to get into the decision makers. Then the section that probably takes a good amount of time in the conversation is going to be the price. Sometimes it's a very short conversation and it's really simple to get past that. And then lastly, we're going to set expectations of what the next steps are going to look like, okay? So hopefully we have some great calls to share with you guys today as we get into these leads. See them getting sorted out right now. Let's go back over here.
Poor condition, let's fuck it now.
Yeah, I get so much spam calls. I'm ready to get it going.
What are we doing then? Let's call him.
I was calling one of my own leads.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to follow up and stuff.
Okay.
Trying to stay on it.
You get a lead yet?
No.
Oh, okay. You're still waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll take one. All right, you got one next?
If you guys want to check out Lead Zolo, right, this is a great source for us to get our leads. You guys can go to getleadzolo.com, learn more about what it looks like to work with a PPL company, a pay-per-lead company, and what areas you're looking to purchase. They got a couple different options. You can purchase leads in just a specific county or a certain market. You can go nationwide and purchase leads from all over. And that's what we're going to show you guys today is nationwide. We're buying it from Lead Zolo's marketplace where we can get it at a better price because we're looking nationwide, and we can hand select which leads that we want to look at and contact, okay? So the last time we did this, we did get a deal doing it, and we're looking to repeat that again today. So we're going to be making these phone calls here.
All PPL. Here's one in Georgia. You're going to take this. Dean, you got to keep talking to fill the noise.
That I got to keep going that long, huh?
Yeah, you got to keep. It's like an infomercial.
It is like an infomercial. All right, what else should I talk about over here?
Has no one got anybody on the phone?
No one. I called all the numbers. I texted it to her.
So I put the address in property rail. What am I looking for?
Okay.
Because they're upside down. I see how they have no equity.
Okay.
They purchased for 527,
Mhm.
right? Zero down. Like,
And what's it say the property's worth? Estimated value 514.
where do you see that?
Estimated value on the top left. Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at a lead here with Ashley, and this is the address. They just submitted it. They bought it in 2023. It looks like they did a refinance in 2024. Is there anything else? If you try to scroll down, there's probably nothing else, right? You can leave it on current owner. All right. So yeah, it looks like they got a loan for 528 in 2024, and they submitted in here. They are maybe interested in selling it. It looks like, obviously. Do we know what the reason was? Emergency reasons. Okay. So this happens. Someone just bought a house, have some emergency, whether it's health, they want to move out of the area, something like that. So in situations like this, where someone just bought the house, I would say the likeliness is that they probably have no equity, right? You even said that. And we're likely going to look for some sort of creative finance deal or something, unless they're willing to take a loss or do something. It's one of those things where there's very few options for them. Selling it at retail price, we're not looking to buy it at retail price. So on a situation like this, I would try to disqualify them early and ask them questions like, hey, I noticed you just bought the house. I mean, you know, it looks like you're wanting to sell. You have some emergency reasons. What's going on? We want to unpack what's going there. You just bought it. So, I mean, do you guys have a mortgage? You guys still have a mortgage on the property then, I'm assuming, right? Yep. Okay. Do you know what the balance is? Yes. Okay. Now we have some information that we already know, so we can anticipate what the answer is. Okay. So what were you hoping would happen here? Right? You own it. You know, you probably don't have any equity in it. What were you hoping would happen? Well, I don't know. I just want to sell it. Okay. I mean, even if you were to sell it on the market with an agent, you still got to pay those realtor fees and closing costs. I mean, you're going to be upside down. I mean, you aware of that? So I'm going to be curious about what they were hoping to happen. And maybe they just want to walk away from it, and they want to hand over the payments, and let someone take over the payments. Maybe they are willing and able to take a loss and come to the closing table with a loss. I mean, who knows? But chances are the likeliness that this person is going to sell at a discount is very low, because they can't, right? So this is a good exercise to work on disqualifying and getting curious and figure out, like, is there anything we could do? It could be a very short call, or you could find out maybe there is something that could be done. But when they have very little to no equity, there's usually not a whole lot you can do besides have the house listed or take over payments and do a creative finance type of deal, something like that.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, give them a call and
Thank you.
see if we get them. Justin, did you get someone on the phone?
Yeah, no, I might have the wrong, the contact. I'm not
Okay,
sure.
okay,
But I got the headphones, so.
okay, you're locked in.
Good start.
Do they have other phone numbers? Because I keep calling this one number, but it goes like this Verizon number is not.
Okay. So the other thing you could do, like you could jump on Property Radar and you could skip trace this person, see what other phone numbers they have.
So just Property Radar skip trace that address or
The address, yeah. Yeah, I'd put in the address, then it should pull up who the likely contact is, and then you can skip trace it right there within the lead.
You're this next one in Kentucky. What was your name?
All right, guys, so what's bound to happen when you're calling these leads is you're gonna get some wrong numbers, right? People are entering this in, they're gonna have human error, they're gonna enter in the wrong phone number, whatever it is, you're gonna get wrong numbers. So we have a tool that we like to use, Property Radar. And when we use that, you have the ability to search the address, see who the likely contact is, the owner of the property, and skip trace, right? And what skip tracing is you doing a public records search. They're going to search on, phone carriers. They're going to search on credit bureaus and figure out what their most likely phone numbers are and rank those for you. That way you can attempt to call them through those numbers. So it's something that works very well. It's certainly not guaranteed because people are changing their numbers all the time, especially people that are, having problems and want to sell their house at a discount. It's more likely for them to be changing numbers more frequently. So it's an exercise you gotta work on, try to get a hold of these people. But skip tracing is key to be able to get these people on the phone. Okay, so sometimes even though they're filling out the forms and providing their information, it'll be wrong, or they'll key in the wrong number, and then you got to go skip trace, and we use Property Radar for that.
And Lead Zolo gives you a refund if the number's wrong.
Okay, Strat Daddy said Lead Zolo will give you a refund if you've got the wrong contact information and you can't get a hold of them. So that's another benefit of working with a pay-per-lead company like Lead Zolo, who has a great refund policy. Rather than you having to figure out how to do all the ads yourself and going through all the struggle to do that. When you do it on your own, there's no refunds. You pay for the ads, you pay for the ads. With Lead Zolo, if you get a lead that's listed already or has the wrong contact information, they don't want to sell, a wholesaler or realtor listed it on there, then you can request refunds for things like that. And that can really help, save you on your budget.
What's the address it's called?
It is 5645 Place
All right, so what we got going on is a lot of the members here are taking the addresses. They're doing a little bit of quick due diligence, right? If you have the ability to do some very quick due diligence, it gives you the ability to have, inside information when you're speaking with these sellers. Now, you don't want to take too long doing that, because if you do, right, speed the lead. As soon as they submit that lead, you want to contact them as soon as possible before they go off and do the next thing. I mean, just imagine someone is entering in their information, they hit submit, and then they go get busy and doing something else. If you don't catch them in that moment when they're ready to talk, you could miss your opportunity. And if you aren't following up really diligently, you could miss the opportunity altogether, and they go with the next person who they connect with. So We want to have that speed to lead, but getting a little bit of due diligence beforehand can really help you understand a little bit more about the property, how long they've owned it, different things like that.
Oh, I was calling in regard to one of your properties. Yeah, I seen that you filled out one of our online forms about potentially selling. Is that still the case?
Hey, good afternoon.
So you had it listed with the realtor, or you have it listed right now?
This is Rich. Yeah, I was calling about your property on 11891 Kitchen Avenue. Looks like you were kind of
say that one more time.
looking for offers for that one.
Oh, your contract is ending.
Okay, very just
Gotcha. So you're just trying to look for a cash offer to kind of make this kind of quick and be done with the realtor?
To see if it's something
Okay.
for us.
Gotcha.
And so, if not, you know.
No, I hear you. Realtors are difficult to work with sometimes, but how these conversations usually go, we take 5 to 10 minutes to kind of just gather some information from you about the property. After that, I'll talk to my partners and my team, and we'll see what your property qualifies for. And then I'll reach back to you. All we just ask is that you make a yes or no decision, a confident yes or no decision. If it's something you want to move forward with, great. If not, that's perfectly time too. But we're going to give it our best shot. How does that sound? Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm just curious, as I'm pulling up your property, what has you been wanting to sell as of right now?
No, I was just asking what has
It was an investment property. Did you rent it out, or did you have? Were you trying to flip it? Oh, you flipped it. Okay, yeah, no, we buy to either one, fix and flip it like yourself, or two, buy it, throw some renters in it to kind of build our renters portfolio. Yeah, so you guys flipped it already, and you put it on the market, and it's just not working out on the market to kind of get what you want, or gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so I was going to jump into the condition and everything. Is everything fully remodeled from head to toe? What about the bigger ticket items like the roof, HVAC system? Is all that updated also? Not the roof. How old was the roof? The roof is still in good condition. How old would you say the roof is though? Okay, for sure. But it's still in good condition. Looks good.
Sure.
Gotcha. And I'm assuming you paid cash, and you bought it outright. Don't own anything, right?
This is a new home anyway. Is there a new home?
I said I'm assuming you paid cash for the property and don't owe anything on the property, correct?
Now, I'm just curious.
Gotcha. And is there any solar or anything on the property?
Okay.
And then it's currently vacant, I'm guessing, correct? Okay, for sure. And then in terms of timing, if we can get a number and what we could agree to something. Are you willing to sell today, next week?
So I have a couple quick questions. So the pictures do look good. Is there any repairs needed? Can you tell me a little bit about, what would you rate it like 1 to 10, 10 meaning like pristine and perfect condition? A 9. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, just make the offer on whatever makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's typically what we'll do. Is yours listed right now? Yeah. 8, 9.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Is it a big area? How big of area is that stucco missing?
I'd still call her. Still call them. You get a refund to leave Zolo.
I got you. So you're trying to sell it for around 260 or 160. I don't know if I'm hearing you right.
And then see if we can get it.
Okay. So now have you guys ever moved out? You're still living in the new home?
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Cool.
All righty. Well, I think I believe I have everything that I need. What I'm going to do now is take it back to my partners and see, like I said before, which property qualifies in our book, and kind of reach it back and we'll kind of discuss further. Okay, I appreciate you, Gabriella. And do you have any questions for me on? I'm pretty sure you know how the process works and everything like that. Gotcha. Okay, for sure. Well, I'll give you a call back, and yeah, I'll speak to you then. Alrighty, bye.
I'm gonna be sending you more.
So it sounds like there's a little bit of.
All right. So what happened with that one?
So this one was an actual flipper. Bought the property, flipped it. It's actually on the market, she said. I guess they're asking for too much. I didn't even pull it up yet.
Yeah, you had your phone going like this, so you probably weren't able to.
Well, when she told me it was already flipped, I was like, okay.
Yeah, you were kind of turned off from that right away.
So she said it got appraised for 172.
So this is what's interesting. Okay, so let's break down what we got so far. I was just talking with Ashley about another lead that she had where they just bought it last year. They got refinance, emergency reasons. The likeliness that they're going to sell at a discount, low, right? And look, this is a numbers game.
Yeah.
Not every lead is going to be the perfect setup, but we still want to qualify them as best we can. So if someone says, hey, I remodeled the house, I did this and that, it's listed. Okay. Their motivation to sell at a discount that we need to make money is probably low because they want to make as much money as possible. And they're presumably knowledgeable about how to do that. But we still want to qualify them because I'm speaking with someone on another property where they own the house free and clear, and they're currently looking to sell it at a massive discount because they just want to liquidate it. So the right time, right place, it can still be a deal in these situations. So we don't want to just throw it away. We want to qualify it. So we're looking at the house right now. Okay. We can see that it is remodeled. Seems like they did a great job, very clean and everything like that. What was their motivation for reaching out and looking to sell?
They basically said that they
to a cash offer.
Gave the realtor that they're listing it with a chance, and they're not performing. And she said her words. She said we gave them the chance. Their contract is ending soon. They had their chance. Now I'm looking for another option.
Okay. Did you ask them why they think this might be a better option?
I figured, and maybe I shouldn't trying to figure it out myself. But I was like, okay, I figured, they're not getting the price that they want, or they have it too high on the market, trying to pull out as much as money. Because she told me that she would, it's listed at 175. She said she'll take 160.
What was your reaction to that?
I said, well, when she told me that she doesn't want to work with the realtor.
Let's say the reaction to the ones they take 160.
I really didn't give no tonality. Like I said, I didn't pull the property up. Probably should have did that. Just to, give some pushback on it. You know what I mean? To see how far she would really want to go. But like I said, once I heard that it was already flipped, I was like, oh.
Okay. So let's kind of start from the beginning and talk about how to handle leads like this. Okay. These are going to happen, right? No matter what lead source, no matter what situation, you're going to come across leads like this. This is a deal in Florida, Pensacola, Florida. Looks like a solid house, right? They did a good job remodeling it. Now, in pretty much every conversation, we want to just be overly curious. State the obvious. We want to have a reaction to everything. We want to see what information we can get out of them and see if there's something there or not. And the sooner I can get as much information, I can be quick to disqualify and make sure there's nothing there, or to dig deeper and deeper to qualify, right? So just based on what you shared with me, the immediate questions that come to my mind is like, well, first off, I want to get eyeballs on the property, always. So the first step when I get an address, a new lead, even if I'm getting an inbound lead and I don't know the address yet, I want to look it up. So the fact we got the address, we got to look it up. We got to just know what are we even looking at here, right? And we would have seen it was listed. We would have gotten just that immediate intel on what we're facing from the start, right? And what it looks like. So we got this address. We know what it looks like. I want to address the fact that it's listed. They said that they aren't getting what they want from the realtor. Okay. I mean, you've got it listed on the market. That's the best buyer's list you got, right? I mean, how long have you had it listed? Right now, we can look all that stuff up, but we want to ask them
So they can tell us.
so they can tell us, and we can react to that. Okay. Now let's take a look at how long it has been listed. Let's go back to the listing here. We're looking at Zillow right now. We see it's been, they had a price cut, I think, back in August. So let's see how long this sucker's been listed. Okay, they said it was something they flipped. They listed it, so they bought it in April, okay, and they listed it in July. They've had it on the market for July, August, September, October, November. They're going on their 5th month listed. Ouch. Right? They bought it at a good price for $84,500. They put, I'm going to guess, 40, 50 grand into it, just based on what we know about numbers. And so they're probably in it for, I'm going to round up, 150 or so. And they have a price cut down now to 175. So they're pretty tight. Are they willing to take a loss? Let's find out.
I was hesitant on asking, like, okay, how much did you buy it for? So I know, because I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to lose money, but it puts it in their mind that, maybe it is something. We don't know that. And I kind of assumed, right? And I know that's not what I should do.
Here's what I found. When you don't ask for permission and you just automatically assume you can ask any question, the more you become in control. And we want to control this conversation. And just by our curiosity and our questions and wanting to problem solve, we're going to ask more questions. We're going to ask better questions. And when we ask more questions and better questions, we're just going to get the information we need, right? Because that call, however long it was, let's call it 10 minutes, could have been a 20, 25, 30-minute call. We could have found out how important getting this off the books was. And if they were willing to take a 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 loss because they just didn't want to deal with it and they needed to get their initial cash back because of something very important. We don't know. We don't know. But we should call back and find out, right?
We don't know if they might start to sell it for what they got it at.
Who knows? Who knows?
I get what you mean,
Mike. But we gotta dig into those questions and be like, oh man, okay. So sounds like when did you buy it? Oh, I bought it earlier this year. Oh, you bought it earlier this year. Okay. So how long have you had it listed? Right. And even you bought it earlier this year, I already got a handful of other questions I would want to ask and get curious about. Is this your first one? Have you done it before? How did it go? Did you have any surprises? This is what I do for a living, build some rapport. Oh man, it is hard. And I can just go into stories and rapport building and trust and all these things, and then lead into, oh man, I feel you. The market's really tough right now. We have properties that we list that are just sitting there and taking a long time. Oh, this, that, and the other, and really lean into it. And now reinforcing the fact that they're feeling this pain. It sounds like at this point, you're just over it. The realtor, they tried. It's been on the market. All the retail buyers have seen it. What do you have it listed at now? 175. Okay. Still hasn't sold, huh? Okay. Well, what would you be willing to take for a cash offer? 160. 160.
For a property that's worth
I get it. You want to get as much as you can, but even if you sold it at full price with a realtor right now, you might walk away with 160. I get why you're asking that, but if I were to buy it for 160, turn around and put it on the market at 175 because it's fully remodeled, I would lose money. So, I mean, are you flexible? I mean, we can just start to go and work it and work it. We got to work it, right? Because who knows? He could say, there's no way, I can't lose. I'll sit on it for 10 years if I have to. Or, Zo, I got to sell this. I'll sell it for $100,000. I got to sell it now because I need that $100,000 back. I need to do something with it. I'll take my loss, but God knows I need that $100,000. Could you do $100,000? We didn't ask, right? So even though this is a less likely, motivated, distressed seller that we're used to working with, we don't know. We got to ask, and we got to treat every lead as one that we need to qualify to the ends of the earth, and we're either disqualifying them or we're digging deeper and qualifying more.
So like, what do you hear? Like when do you always, in a sense of like, okay, I'm gonna go back, or do you know right then and there, like this is not gonna work if we can't get to this price? Do you discuss that right then and there, or come back to it?
I want to always be curious. So usually if a seller is very low motivation, and that's going to typically be represented in the fact that they want a very high price and they're not flexible and nothing's wrong with their property and they just want top dollar. Well, then, it's like, well, why'd you reach out in the first place? That's when we start to disqualify a little bit, a little harder, right? And it's like, oh, okay. It sounds like you really want to get as much as possible from this house. It sounds like you should probably list it. Do you want to do that? No, I don't want to do that. Okay, well, in order for you to get that price, you'd have to list it. And I'm looking at what the houses are going for, and you're asking for above that. So that's obviously a low motivation. I probably want to get off that phone pretty quick, but I'm still going to disqualify them, make my points so that I don't miss an opportunity where they say, well, that's what I want, but I mean, if I'm being honest, I got to sell this. If we didn't wait around long enough, we might not figure that out, and we just blew it off, right? So curiosity is the key to every conversation, no matter high motivation, low motivation. We just want to be curious, and we want to try to figure out what's going on and if there's something there.
Gotcha. Yeah. From the start, I seen the property, or when she told me that it was fully read, I kind of already told myself, like, okay, this is. I don't want to waste my time, but like you said, you gotta. Why not? We pay for the lead, dig into it, try to see how much you can get it, because you might get something, right? Yeah. Go digging. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I gotta, treat every lead, like it's something until it disqualifies itself.
Yeah. So. With a listed house, right? And they're proactively reaching out and searching for a cash offer, right? Because with Lead Zolo, those ads that are being presented to that person are to sell your house fast for cash, to get a convenient sale essentially. And so that person who's in that situation is like, dude, I'm not liking this. It's not going well. I need to look at another option. And so there's some motivation there. And we got to figure out how we can dig into it.
Because she told me, she was like, well, this isn't, something that you flip. It'll be something that you buy and somebody to live in and or rent out or whatever the case may be. Do you guys do that? And that's kind of when I got into we do flip, we do, buy and, throw some renters in and build our renter portfolio. How could I react to that? She's already kind of trying to set, what I'm going to do with the property, what she has planned for me. Obviously that was her pitch to,
Yeah, I mean, when someone's like, did she ask what you plan on doing?
No, she was like, well, this isn't a flip. This would be something that this would be something that somebody will rent out or live in.
Obviously, if you can unpack what's going on with the house, you can see okay, seems like you've already done the work for us, right? So now we can get back to what are you hoping to come out of this, So I'm going to jump over to Justin and get insight, but great learning lesson, right? Even someone who doesn't seem motivated right at the surface, how can we get curious and work those questions, right?
Gotcha.
This is a great exercise for that. How can I ask good questions, right?
Appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes you know, I'm gonna be asking a lot of questions, and if anything comes off this personal, if you don't feel comfortable, you let me know, okay? Cool, Danny, I appreciate it. So awesome, yeah, we just sold the property last week, and we were able to have some funds available to buy another. So hopefully this, your property will work out for us and it'll be a good fit. So with that being said, if we look into your property and come to an agreement on a fair price, you're definitely ready to sell it, right? Okay, wonderful. You know, in my experience, most individuals are either moving towards something that they want to experience or away from something that they don't. What has you thinking about selling right now? Oh, it's just underwater.
Could have been more digging in of, you know,
Mhm.
the really,
Yeah.
ooze.
Yeah.
You know, I heard it was split on
I'd want to see, like, okay.
The last word from your dad that you heard was just sell the place.
I just make sure.
Mhm.
Are you taking hospice as well?
So it's just you and your sister? Now you were left, this was two sisters, this was left to you in the will. Got it. And if you don't mind me asking, how long ago did your parents pass?
You guys can hear, it sounds like an inherited situation.
So if I follow back, just try to dig into how much you own it, or I just don't
5 months ago, that's pretty soon. That can't be easy to deal with. I feel for you.
They bought it for like 85.
Yeah, my condolences.
Great empathy with that.
And so with having to deal with all of that, what is, I mean, are there sticking points to where you kind of need to move forward with it now, or is it just that, you know, you've had enough of dealing with it and you're ready to get out of there?
See how Justin's
Got it,
taking notes
sure.
here, guys? Got to be writing down everything that you're hearing.
It is listed,
You know how to comp, so I comp it and just see, like, if I need to. Oh.
Sure. What is it listed at currently, if you know? Mhm. So are you having to take this whole load on? I mean, like you say, your sisters are kind of there, but you're all the way in Colorado and having to deal with all this. That can't be easy. Yeah, I'm sure, just trying to juggle it all, you know, and everything you've got going on at home. And I'm sure it's not easy, but so are they? You say the one of your sisters is paying bills, so we're assuming electricity's still on, or is she paying the taxes? What? So is somebody living there? No, so it's vacant, but you're still just, some of the stuff's still running. Got it. Okay, understood. So going back what you've told me, unfortunately, you had both of your parents pass within the last year, which can't be easy. And you're kind of trying to juggle all of the situation from Colorado while your sisters are in Oklahoma, right? And you say that it's, how long has it been listed for? In probate now.
So it's really just. Both of my PPO is like real estate, so
So after October 7th, you'd be able to put it up first. They put it up after October 7th. Got it.
No. I'll give you every other.
Do you know how long you signed the listing agreement for? Mm-hmm. Well, I want to be open with you and let you know that with our situation, where we're coming from, we're investors in properties. So with it being listed on the multiple listing service or with the listing agent, it kind of undercuts what we would be trying to work with this situation. So I guess there's not really a way for you to find out exactly when the listing expires. You're not sure. Yeah. Well, like I said, it's kind of difficult for me to put an offer out there with knowing that it's listed with a real estate agent. We kind of have to wait until the listing agreement has expired before we'd be able to come in and not have to deal with paying the listing agreement that is already under contract, if that makes sense, right? Right, been on Zillow. But I would imagine she signed a contract with someone saying that she was going to list the property with them for set amount of time. So if the property gets listed in that amount of time, then whoever listed it gets the money for it. You see what I mean? Right. So right. That's usually the case. No, that's usually the case. If it didn't sell, you wouldn't owe her anything. But then again, if I were to purchase it from you, we would have to work her into the production, you know? Exactly right. So we wouldn't be able to give you a cash offer because the situation that we'd be in, we would be able to pick up the place as is, offer a cash purchase amount, and then be able to have you just walk away from it without having to worry about it at all. But with it being listed with an agent, it handcuffs us a little bit. But I mean, I would love for you to not have to deal with any of this any longer, you know, and be able to just have you be able to live your life in Colorado and have your sisters not have to pay any more of these bills or anything like that. But as of right now, with it being under contract, there's not a whole lot that I can, like I said, I'm a little bit handcuffed on it. But I do have your information here, and if you wouldn't mind jotting down my name and number, and I'll certainly be in touch. Yeah, this is the business line, is 818-456-1668. My name's Justin Paul David, and my cell phone number is 801-637-1975.
Oh, after she says yes, you say, well, I'm glad you called.
I appreciate it, yeah.
New lead.
Not really, because of it being under contract with an agent. They've got an agreement that if the property is sold, then they get a profit from it. So if it is listed, you know, we'll hopefully, you know, for your sake, that it will just sell and then everybody gets paid and you get to move forward. But if not, then like I said, we can be in contact, and you know, maybe we can work something out down the line. But I'll give you a call next week and see. I know you're on Do Not Disturb, so maybe I'll just shoot you a text, so that then you can call me if you're more comfortable with that. If you're usually on Do Not Disturb, that's probably the best route to go. So yeah, I'll shoot you over. The cell phone number is 801-637-1975.
Well, it's kind of very hard to listen to, like, to hear clearly.
Correct, yep, and you've got the business line right here, we're on it, so you can write that down as well. Okay, great, Danny, well, I appreciate it, yeah, we will, yeah, we'll see, maybe they didn't sign for that long, or, yeah, anyway, we'll find out some more information down the line. You ask your sisters, see what it is that they filled out, and we can move on from there. Okay, thanks for your time, Danny, have a good one.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, call done?
Done.
Okay, so what'd you think?
Well, I got a little tripped up when
You were stuck on the property being listed.
yeah, that's because then I was just like, wait,
Yeah.
I don't know my answers right now.
That was an objection. It was a roadblock. You weren't sure how to handle it, right?
Exactly right.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. So sellers motivated. They went through a probate.
In probate,
You
right?
know, they're in probate. They're going through it. You know, parents passed away 5 months ago. Sounds like her and some siblings, one or more.
Him and some siblings, yeah.
Okay, him. Okay, and what is his tone sound like?
Fairly upbeat for what he has to deal with, but he's in Colorado. They're in Oklahoma where the property is.
Okay.
And I kind of leaned on that a little bit, that, you know, he's got to take all of this on his
Is he
own.
kind of leading the charge?
He's leading the charge, right? Exactly
Okay.
right. You know, and tried to lean in a little bit more about, you know, my condolences. He lost both of his parents within the last year. You
Yeah.
know, and then when he said it was listed, it was like, you know, I didn't know exactly what
Sure.
to say.
Sure. Been there myself. Okay, so let's call it some great things. So from the beginning, I felt like, you know, you asked, you know, set great expectations. You got into the motivation. I thought the way you set up asking about the motivation and why they're interested in selling was great. And then when we got into uncovering the fact they're going through a probate process, that the you know, there's other siblings involved. He's in Colorado. These situations, I felt like you repeating and recapping those things. That's totally my style as well. I like to do that because it's just kind of like, we're kind of like airing it out a little bit. We're confirming what information we have. We're seeing what more information we get, and now we can layer on some more questions about it. Helps me keep track of it 100%. So that's all mirroring and repeating back and like summarizing. I think all that was really great. Because I need and like to do that too, and I feel like it's helpful for the conversation. Now, we got totally hung up on the listed thing, okay? Now, a couple things to just be aware of. When it's going through probate, that takes time, right? It takes time, and that is what it is. When the property's listed, whether it's in probate or not, that's just a potential, you know, obstacle we have to get through. It does not prevent the seller from selling it to you.
Really?
100% does not prevent them.
Okay.
Does that listing agent need to get paid? Yeah, if they have a listing agreement. And assuming that listing agreement doesn't have any special language in there that says, oh, if you sell it yourself, then you don't have to pay me. The agent needs to be factored in, yes, but you need to get to the root cause of the motivation, right? We talked about that. We need to see how motivated they are, and then we need to get through the script, right? Just take that listed with a realtor thing, place it on the shelf. That's something we need to figure out.
And keep going through.
We need to keep going through the script.
Okay. Yeah.
We need to understand the condition of the property.
See, it was my understanding that if it was listed, then we couldn't.
It's just
deal right now.
It's just something to address.
Okay.
The only thing that would prevent you from making a deal right now is it needing to be finalized through probate. But if it's listed, it's listed, right? And assuming there was no probate, which there is, assuming there's no probate, if it's listed, I mean, it's even more ready to sell, you know, like they've gone through the effort to get it listed. So we need to treat this.
They're paying the bills on the place. So that's another thing that's like adds motivation.
So we just go through the script. So the next thing on the list here is condition.
Yeah.
Hey, you got yours scrolling the same way I like to.
Yeah.
I like it. You go through the condition, right? We understand the house. Now, oh, it's listed. Oh, okay. Let me pull that up real quick. Let me take a look and see what I can find about the house. Talk out loud. Tell them what you're doing out loud. Okay, 123 Main Street. All right, let me see.
Jumping on Zillow.
Jumping on Google. I'm typing in 123 Main Street. I personally like to look at Redfin. That's my preference. Zillow, look at Zillow if you prefer Zillow. And just see where it's listed. So it's going to have all that's going to come through the MLS and get posted on Zillow and Redfin and all those things. So you'll see the listing. You'll see what pictures they have, the description, the price. And now I can have a reaction to that. Oh, okay. Looks like you got it listed for $200,000. Okay. I'm looking at the condition here. Oh, okay. Wow, the house is really nice. Ooh, okay. Yeah. It looks like, looks like the type of house we typically buy. Mom and dad lived in it because you don't want to insult them, right? Mom and dad lived in it a long time. They haven't done any updates to it in forever. And, someone like me would come in and remodel this house and make it, 2025 standards for a new family to move in. Yep, sounds great. And yeah, it needs everything. Or they may defend it and say, oh, it doesn't need anything. And we can work through that condition conversation. But the conversation needs to be aired out about the condition.
Yeah, it's just stood me.
It stuck you. I stuck you. I know.
Where I was at, I was like fumbling for words at that point,
Totally.
Because like I said, I was misunderstanding that if it's listed, it's a no-go. Like that was just in my head. So apparently that's good. It's great to know.
Yep. It's a potential obstacle, right? Because that agent could be very opinionated. They could, be creating, a barrier. I'm trying to find my words here, but they could just be resistant to whatever your offer is, and they could be fighting against it.
So maybe my misunderstanding was we're going to say there's no closing costs, but when it's listed, then those have to be covered. Those are going to have to be paid.
Again.
Right?
The scenario has changed. So because we know it's listed, they have a listing agreement. They've agreed to pay if the property sells a commission to that listing agent. Okay, you have it listed. All right, so you guys reached out to us. It looks like you're interested in a cash offer, though. Yeah, we are. Okay. Well, you have a listing agreement. So if we were to make a cash offer, are you aware that you'd still have to pay that realtor their commission? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, no problem. We've worked with realtors before.
It would be a whole separate thing. So we're coming in with this wholesale offer, and then they're going to have to pay the realtor the percentage of what our offer is.
So technically, yes. So technically, a realtor, not to get too technical, but technically a realtor is going to want to do it their way, right? They're going to want to use their association of realtor contracts. They're going to want to use their escrow company. They're going to want to do their normal, checks and balances and process. And we're kind of coming in as the other alternative option of a, quick, seamless, convenient offer. So most likely at some point, communicating through the seller or directly to the agent, we're going to kind of have to say, hey, look, we're going to do it my way, right? Without being rude about it and trying to find a collaborative way to communicate this.
You're going to get paid still.
Yeah.
But we're going to work it out at this
Hey, I came to an agreement with Mr. and Mrs. Seller. We're aware of your listing agreement. They're totally on board with paying your commission. Of course, they're going to be curious. Well, what'd you agree on? They're going to have an opinion about it.
Yeah.
It may be positive.
Because they're getting a percentage of, so they want the as high as
possible. Of course. Yeah. So it's just a new character in the game, right? Understanding where they're coming from is helpful because now you know how to communicate to them and position this cash offer, position everything positively and try to mitigate their reactions, right, to it. I mean, that's the mastery of being able to kind of understand what's going on and position information to this other person.
It's
right?
great. It opens the door instead of what I thought was closing a door.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah. And let's take it to another extreme just to throw this in. Let's say they had it listed and they had it pending for sale. The door's shutting, but maybe they know that the buyer might not perform, or they just heard the buyer's, having second guesses and going to back out. And now we step in and potentially that next backup buyer, right? So just to throw another scenario out there, but yeah, we want to work that script.
regardless. Yeah.
And just as we just spent a couple minutes talking about the realtor and how to handle that, we would want to communicate that with the seller so that they're aware, right? Just had this conversation with Alonzo. We don't want to make assumptions of what they know, what they don't know. We just want to talk in simple terms and just kind of share everything out loud and kind of navigate the situation, right?
So that would be, like you said, with a cash offer, keeping in mind that you do have this agreement with this listing agent. So that would be separate from or in addition to?
Yes, the way that logistically works, okay, is, and again, let me take a step back. How we communicate and position this is everything, right? Because if you're like, just the words that you use and the way you use it right now makes it sound like a negative connotation.
Mm-hmm.
So we got our cash offer, but you're still going to have to pay your realtor fees, right? As opposed to, okay, we work with realtors all the time. It's no problem, right? If you and I come to an agreement, I know your agent's been probably working hard to get your property out there. And I know it's going through probate, so it's not even able to sell yet. But if we come to an agreement ourselves, well, what's the commission you agree to with the agent? Is it 3% to them and then another 3% to the buyer's agent? Okay, so it's 6% in total. Well, good news is because there is no buyer's agent, I'm just buying it directly from you. You can save half the commission. You only got to pay one side of it.
Yeah.
So it's only 3% instead of 6% now. So that would be great for you, right? Okay, cool. So so that you could position it to the seller that way.
Then, so with all that in mind, with all these, what would do you think would be a fair price? I'd be asking this question.
Sure.
Yeah, just
Sure.
like that. Yeah.
But again, going through the script, all of this is leading up to understanding the condition, who's in the house, their situation. Right. I don't care about the way you kind of preface that question. I don't care about the agent, and despite the fact you got to pay the agent, it's about, all right, you guys parents just passed away. It sounds like you've got bills you guys are paying. Sounds like the house needs some work and you need to fix it up. And no one's got the money to fix it up and deal with this. I mean, that's a lot to take on. And usually when someone passes away, the parents, they want the kids to sell it, right? That's something that they're passing.
The last thing his dad said was, "I want you to sell the place."
Yeah. Last thing his dad said is, "I want you to sell it." So those are all words that you just like put a stamp on it, right? And your dad even said his last words is he wants you guys to sell it. So, based on all that, what do you feel is a fair price for the house? So all of that is just, all the conversation we have is getting to ultimate question, which is what is the price? And we recap and rephrase and re-summarize everything leading up to that question, right? And how we position information, how we ask the question, our level of curiosity. You almost said, when you said you have it listed, if you don't mind me asking, what's it listed for? You almost said that.
Uh-huh.
I caught you almost saying that.
Yeah.
There's no permission asking.
Uh-huh.
We're, and this isn't in an arrogant way, but we are the authority in the conversation. And because we're authentically curious and we want to help them, we need to know everything. We have to know everything, because how else are we going to help them best?
Right.
If we authentically are curious and genuinely wanting to help them, every question, I mean, I could get silly right now and say some weird questions, but we want to ask them.
Don't ask permission to ask questions.
No permission.
Yeah.
No permission.
Yeah.
You even said at the beginning, I'm going to ask you some personal questions, right?
Yep.
So that right there is getting permission to ask no permission.
Right. Yep.
Right. To have no permission. So that's why that's in the script, right? So yeah, this to me seems
This
like
can still happen. I set up
100%.
We got a pretty good rapport going. He got my numbers down, make sure. And then we block screens a lot of calls, so I'll text him first, and then he'll call me back.
I heard you talk about the do not disturb.
And so,
Here's what I would say, Justin. So the key on this to determine if there's a deal here or not is not for you to go run numbers and make an offer. We need to get back on the phone and we need to figure out how important them selling this is and what that means to them. Now, their dad's last words was, "I want you to sell it," but is by them selling it mean anything to them emotionally?
Yeah.
Does it mean anything
They
to
grew up
them
in this house.
financially?
Yeah.
We want to go deep into emotionally. What does this mean? Financially, what does this
Divvy
mean?
this money up and be able to have some money to put away.
What does that mean for them?
Yeah, exactly.
Do they have enough money that this money means nothing? That could go one of two ways. That means I don't need to sell it for top dollar and I just want convenience, or I want to squeeze every dollar out because I'm financially savvy and I want to squeeze every penny out. It could go one of both ways. The opposite is true. They really need this money and they need it fast. That could go one of two ways. They need every single dollar, or they need it fast and convenient and reliable. And they're willing to sell. I mean, just how much can I get?
He's in Colorado, they're in Oklahoma, so he's having to deal with all this from far away. So that's a bit of it, right? Digging in, but I like the in-depth, right? Like, and
We got to go deep.
Yeah, getting these in instead of trying to guess at what these, how they're feeling, knowing how they're feeling.
That's the key.
By asking
If we're guessing, we're making assumptions. There's just so many puzzle pieces that are missing. And it just comes down to what's our offer. What's our offer? If we don't get all of that key information of really what's going on, how important it is, what this means for them, and problem solve them on the phone, how it's going to come together, and
then I'm just a number, and then
you're just a number.
Every other number that they're out there looking.
Then you're just a number.
Yeah.
And the person who's going to go deep in that conversation and really connect with them on every little aspect is usually going to get the deal and usually going to get the best deal. Okay. What's going on over there?
She had a Spanish call. We can't give any feedback, but she told her she's going to call her back with an offer.
Okay.
There we go.
Cool. So when we're in a situation like this, where we didn't maybe have the call we wanted to have, we didn't go as deep as we wanted. We got a couple pieces of the puzzle. Okay, I'd say that's an incomplete qualification call. We need to get back on the phone and we need to requalify. What that looks like is you get back on the phone. Hey, Mr. Seller. Hey, I was running in between appointments and I was just happened to get you on the phone. I know we were texting. So I got some of the pieces of the picture here, but I'd love to take another 10 minutes here just to really unpack it some more. Is now a good time for you? And recap the stuff you have and start asking deeper questions on the stuff you don't know.
Specifically.
Yeah.
You
want to hear from me?
Yes.
Okay. So
we
just
a little bit.
Just from what
you know, from what I had the conversation.
For me, problem solving and thinking out loud. Okay. So
it's all about the questions you ask, right?
Yeah, all about the questions.
Learning what questions to ask.
All right. So you told me, your parents just passed away. And it sounds like you're kind of taking everything on yourself, right? You got your sisters in Oklahoma where the property's at, but it sounds like you're the one that's really taking everything on here, right? Okay. What's their involvement? I mean, are they watching the property? How much are they involved? Get some information. Okay. Are they strongly opinionated on what you guys do with the house, or are you really running everything here? All right. It sounds like you're probably going to be the administrator once the probate's done. It's kind of like you're the administrator of the estate. You're going to make the decisions. Okay. Are they kind of following your lead here and whatever you say goes? At the end of the call, if you and I come to an agreement, are they going to be on board, or are you guys gonna huddle and everybody's got to weigh in here? Now that might not be the very first thing I need to talk about, but it's something I need to really unpack, right? I know I was really kind of hammering down from him being the decision maker, but the other questions I want to ask is, okay, so you guys have been going through this probate process. I mean, what does that process look like so far? How long have you guys been doing it? I mean, do you have an attorney you guys are working with and you're paying them? Okay, and have they been pretty good? When do they say they think it's going to be done? you know, I want to get the timing of things.
Everybody make sure you tag your leads if you called it.
Okay, got it. I want to find out more about the condition of the house. I really need to know the condition of the house. So I'm going to type in the address beforehand since it's listed. I'm going to look at it. And when it comes to the script right here that we're looking at together, you know, all right, so hey, I was able to take some time. I looked at, you know, the property online, and I can see what the condition of the house is. Now I can just start to like name some. Actually, why don't we pull up the address so we can see?
Yeah.
Why don't we type it in real quick?
How much would she get cash, Ashley?
She kind of went down twice during the call. So she started at like 475.
Just go to Google. Just go to Google, type in, see what comes in there.
But I'm willing to take.
I'll leave your script up here and go to a new tab here.
460 or 450? 460.
Just type in the address.
Yeah, just type in the address.
347 is what she said.
It's been on the market for 100.
Anytime I get an address, it's a new lead, or I had a lead from Lead Zolo, and I want to type it in. I just want to see what's on Google.
While you're on the call.
Can I try to come up with a
While I'm on the call.
and
Yeah.
then let's see if it compares to yours.
That I need to
Sure.
work
If you guys
into.
want to come over here, you know how to.
And I want to describe the house. I want to talk to them about the house of what I'm seeing out loud.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm looking at the house right here. I just typed it in. I can see. I'm looking at the satellite view, and so go ahead and click on the street view right here. All right, so I can see the house there. Take your two fingers and try to pull it back and see if it'll keep going. Keep going again. All right, I think it only does it on my computer for some reason, but all right, now let's go to hit the back button here. And let's go look at what it's listed for on Zillow. See, it's listed. Okay, it's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1120 square feet.
He was right, 128.9.
They got it listed for 128.9.
Mm-hmm, that's what he was.
Okay, so let's look at these pictures.
A lot of movement over here.
All right, so I'm taking a look at the house. It looks like
9 minutes.
All right, I see. See, it looks like, you know, we've got a brick house here. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's got the carport. Looking inside, is that laminate flooring on the inside?
Mhm,
It is.
so, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm looking at the countertops here. Looks like we got Formica countertops, maybe, or maybe even be Corian. Okay. See the cabinets. I can see, you know, maybe like the 70s or 80s style, you know, paint and some of the wallpaper trim there and stuff like that. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. No, it looks like they
These
kept
look like faux tiles. Huh?
Yeah, it does look like fun. Looks like they kept the house, you know, up well. I can see, you know, it's got the bathroom, the shower with, you know, the accessibility, whatever you call that, right? Some poles in there and stuff like that. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a clean house, you know, 1,100 square foot house, and, you know, really straightforward. I see the AC in the back. I mean, yeah, it's a very, you know, straightforward house. This is the type of house we typically buy. We'll come in and, you know, we'll remodel it all the 2025 standards like you see on HGTV.
So with something like this, you would do floors. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Floors, the whole kitchen.
Yep.
Countertops.
Yep.
And cabinets.
Yep.
Repaint.
Yep.
New appliances.
Yep.
And so it'd be $35 a square foot.
It's definitely going to change from market to market. I would say because it's a smaller house, sometimes that per square foot goes up a little bit,
Sure.
just because, you know, the
And
cost
if
of
it was a larger house,
cabinets.
it might go down a little bit, right?
Exactly. Yeah. You know, you're going to be putting less flooring in. You're going to be putting less cabinets in, but you know, at the end of the day, you're still putting in new bathrooms, new kitchen, new flooring, new paint, all
Sure.
that stuff. So it won't be as much of a cost as a 1,500 square foot house, but you get my point. Like this is still probably a, you know, $40,000 to $50,000 remodel, depending upon how nice you do it.
And you always approach it from the wholesale standpoint first? Or would it be something you'd want to do a novation on because it's empty? there's assumedly high, or do you always approach it from the wholesale first?
I always approach it from the cash offer standpoint. And then my exit strategy as a cash offer, more times than not, is going to be to wholesale it, right? Because I'm looking for that quick cash conversion cycle. I'm then going to evaluate it as a flip.
What's the difference between wholesale and cash?
That's why I preface it with cash. Cash offer is
Could be
what's
wholesale
being
or-
presented to the seller.
Yeah.
When you say what approach do you start with, wholesale or novation, doesn't matter. It's what approach. What is the seller? How is it presented to the seller? I'm presenting a cash offer.
Right.
Right. Now, my exit strategy number one is to wholesale it. Right. That's my business model, is to wholesale the majority of our deals. So I'm going to go into our deal analyzer. I'm going to click on the wholesale tab. I'm going to use this as my deal analyzer for most, right? So I'll be on the wholesale. I'll have to, plug in the numbers for ARV and the repairs to determine my offer. But this house is listed at 128, right? So without me having an opinion or having an ARV and having my numbers perfect, I can explore how flexible this seller is without knowing any of my numbers by just asking good questions, right? So condition of the house, again, it is an anchor on the price. It's going to help lower the price down, especially the more work it needs. And so we have to talk about it. We got to talk about what's going on. We have to talk about the fact we're going to remodel it all and get them to acknowledge that, right? And oftentimes throw out some numbers and talk about what it takes to remodel a property, right? So,
So don't be shy about that.
Don't be shy about that. I mean,
it costs this for, this.
I'm sure Mr. Seller, you guys have probably looked at your options. I'm sure you guys could remodel it this yourself.
Right,
but,
and then they weighed whether it was worth it to put that much money into it, and then will they be able to get that much more?
But do you guys want to come out of pocket $50, $60, $70 plus $1,000 and have to deal with any surprises you find?
Yeah.
Then you put it on the market. Who knows how long it takes to sell? I mean, ask me, who does it for a living. It's a whole thing, there's risk and reward. And right now the market's really tough. It's really tough. We got to be really careful right now, Mr. Seller, because I was just talking with a seller today who had their house listed also, and it's been on the market for 5 months, and their house is fully remodeled. And they're coming to us asking for a cash offer. And they bought it cash, remodeled it, been lowering the price for 5 months. So these kind of stories,
sister's stuck paying these bills.
These kind of stories are what's key to really make your points. Instead of me saying, hey, the market's really tough, you need to sell it to me at a discount, right? These stories are what make
huge
the conversation.
Asking the right questions to then be able to come up with the right responses.
And rather than saying, hey, I'm a really great buyer, I can close really fast, I don't need to say any of that stuff. Where I build the trust, the rapport, the credibility is through my confidence I give them with my questions, my curiosity, and my third-party stories that I tell, right? Personal stories, or if you don't have those personal stories yourself, they're third-party stories. Did I just speak with a seller today? No. For those watching the live stream, Yolonzo just had that call with the seller, and they had their house listed. So I told it as if it was my own story, but it's a third-party story that's real and true. And so I just told it to you role playing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's what that conversation needs to look like when it comes to the price. The seller's either going to lean into the fact that, yes, it costs that much, or they're going to push back. Right. And that's now a new objection I need to overcome and work through. And, oh, it doesn't need that much. Oh, I mean, you got it listed as it is. I mean, it could sell based on the way it is. But what we're seeing right now is if the house is not fully remodeled, and even if it is fully remodeled, it just is taking a lot longer to sell. I mean, truly, it's a really tough market right now. So it looks like your parents kept the house up really nice. I mean, it's really clean. And someone could move into it right now. You're not wrong, Mr. Seller. But in order to sell the house for top dollar and to sell it as quickly as possible, we know we have to remodel it. We have to.
Right. Well, and then it's key too that you got on here and have this to look at. So I guess piecing that into exactly when in my script I'm going to be finding these, get the address pulled up so that I have this information.
So let's take that a little further. And in most situations, the house won't be listed, and you won't have all the pictures of the house.
Right.
So let's say you are. See if I can get back to where I want to go. Let's say you're just looking. You type it into Google, the address, and you go to the Google Street View. You can make a lot of assumptions looking at this house. All right, I'm looking at the house. Looks like a brick house. Says it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I would see that on Zillow. I see you got the carport here. Okay. I mean, has the house been remodeled in the past 5 years? And through the script and the way the questions are designed is to really get a feel for what it looks like.
Without having to see it.
Without having to see it. And you see enough houses, you ask the right questions, you can understand enough. Okay. It's an outdated 1990s house or a 1970s house, or it needs a roof, it needs this. Okay. And I can still tell the same story about needing to remodel and how I'm sure you guys could have remodeled it yourself and spent 50, 60, 70, like the same stories I'm going to tell over and over and over again. And I'm going to get reactions, and I'm going to learn how to react to those reactions, right?
And through repetition and
it's the
practice
repetition
of it, man. And it's key too that just to have that story or have stories, even if they haven't happened to me, because they haven't, but to have that bank of things to be able to pull from, which all again just comes from practice and repetition.
Yeah, so. You heard me say, and these are again the total on repeat type of setup for questions or a new topic in the conversation, like condition. Okay, I'm looking at the house right here. Okay, I mean, this looks like the typical type of house that we buy. Say that over and over again, because I'm creating familiarity. I'm creating the credibility that hey, we buy houses. This is what we do. We're used to seeing this type of house. And instead of saying like, oh, this house is outdated. This looks like the typical type of house that we buy. And then I reiterate the point that we go in and we remodel all of it. I'm just planting all of these seeds and creating an opportunity to have conversation around the fact that we're going to remodel everything. No, it doesn't need to be remodeled. Well, I understand. Now it's an objection I got to handle and say how you totally could sell it like this, but it's going to take longer to sell. It's going to sell for less. In order for us to buy it, give you a fair offer, we have to increase the value. We have to, because right now the market's so tough. In order to sell it as quick as possible for top dollar, it has to be remodeled. And again, the same story I'm just repeating and repeating. So, and they're either going to lean into it, or you could get pushed back all the way the whole time, right? And you're dealing with someone that's a little bit just more difficult. Most people that are motivated are not going to push back at all or too much, right? And if they do, it's just opportunities to get past that objection and bridge that gap and really now, all right, we're on the same page. Now let's move forward,
And you don't know how you're going to respond to that until you live it, right?
Until you live it. And then once you do it and you live it and live it, now you know how to handle it, right?
Exactly right.
Next time a property is listed with a realtor.
Exactly what we're doing right now, many times. So
next time you have a property listed with a realtor, oh, okay. How's that been going? What are they saying, right? Now we can bring their opinions into it. The realtor's been really on top of it. The realtor's been saying this. The realtor's been saying we need to drop the price. The realtor's been saying we need to find cash buyers. Or the realtor's been saying, oh, it's just the way the market is. Oh, the realtor's been saying we could sell it for more. Just be patient. The realtor's been saying nothing. I haven't been talking to them. I haven't even heard from them for a month. Oh, you haven't? There's so many different. There's only. At the end of the day, you're going to hear a lot of the same stories. That's why I can just say them.
That's probably the biggest thing. My biggest takeaway from this was, my door closed, and now it's literally more like a door open. With so many more questions that I can answer. Or ask.
And the number one key, I'll say this till I go blue in the face, is to all about your level of curiosity. And the more curious you get, you're going to ask better questions. And then once you realize, once you get more of those puzzle pieces, now you can start to problem solve a little bit. And then the more repetition experience, now you already know what the outcome can be with this problem and how to navigate it. Just like the realtor thing. No problem. We can work through that. Let's work through it together right now. I'll tell you how that works. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, next steps are to get back on the phone, find a clever little way to bridge back into the conversation, and then get deeper and deeper and deeper. Because there could be something there. 100%.
So, yeah.
Probate, dude.
I just thought, it's in probate right now. And
inherited property.
Yeah.
Dad's last words, sell the house.
Yeah.
Motivated seller.
Yeah.
How motivated is going to determine how low the price goes, usually. Condition of the house, the more you can lean into it, can help you anchor the price down. Your ability to communicate and build that trust and rapport with them, another thing to help you anchor the price down, right? To really convey that you're the right fit and why these numbers have to be the numbers and why they're going to be the numbers with you or anyone else. And the fact that is they've got options. They could list it, let it sit there. They could remodel it themselves and then list it. And what comes with that? Money out of pocket, time in the market, time to remodel, surprises, or sell for cash offer. And here's what it is,
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you, bro.
But sounds like a good lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Another good lead from Lead Zolo.
Another good lead from Lead Zolo. Boom.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Well, cool, man. Good stuff.
Appreciate
You got this.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, here's your mic.
Thank you.
That was the first, so she's on 30 days from now, 1 month from now.
How much do we want?
That makes sense because she's looking to want to be out of my job.
You didn't have to just calculate. But what did it get you guys offered?
350.
Right?
Where do you?
I think it's like this. I just subtracted from here.
Hey,
I subtracted it from here.
I'm good.
The estimated value
Yeah.
or the purchase?
The estimated, because that's how you know, estimated value and then equity. Because that's what supposedly, probably where is that much equity.
He said he would consider
So that's,
400.
it's an estimated, big part.
I did, yes.
Got it.
Okay. I saw it, and so, yeah, those are all good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll get you the contract.
Okay, so.
I apologize, yeah.
Yeah, you got a good lead.
Yes, I think.
Spanish speaker, you said?
Yes.
Okay. What's the next steps?
I'm going to add her to my recent lead to follow up with her.
Okay.
She's pretty much told me no because it's too low of an offer.
Okay, you ended up making the offer.
I did,
Okay.
yes.
What kind of no was it?
What kind of what?
What kind of no was it?
It was like, no, it's too low. It sounded, she was defeated a little bit. So if that's what you're looking for.
I'm more so curious on no, lose my number, never call me again. I'll never sell for that. Or like, no, that's just too low.
That one,
Okay.
just too low. She
Okay.
has it listed with a realtor. It's been on the market for, I think, over 100 days.
Okay.
She's saying divorce. She got the property from divorce and
Okay.
she
So
got it.
she's going to get it by herself.
Yes,
Okay. So she's listed it as a result of the divorce.
yes.
Was she living in the
And
house or is it a
She is living in the
secondary
house.
property or something?
She's living in the house and can be out within 30 to 45 days, she
Okay.
said. She got a job offer at another location.
Hmm.
I forgot where she said, but she got a job offer. But what was it? Annette pointed out was that she was in pre-foreclosure,
Ooh.
and she never mentioned that.
No, she didn't. Okay.
So, to me, tell me if I'm right, the next step is put her in my liens, follow up, contact me.
Wait a second. Go back to that real quick. I saw list pendants on there.
Yes.
Okay.
What does that mean to you?
So list pendants is a lien that's put on the property. And if I'm trying to read this right,
Did you get it to pull up on Street View?
is that maybe her husband's name?
This one? Mm-hmm.
Is it, you think? You had to guess?
If I had to guess, no.
Okay. We'll figure that out later. We'll try to unpack that later. It does appear that someone has placed a lien on the property. Go back to the other
One more time.
things that are on here. Okay, so there's the list pendants, loan. Okay, so what I'm seeing right here for everybody watching and trying to catch up, we're looking at property radar. We're looking at the property. It's in Florida, and I can see that this property was purchased in 2023 for $470, and it was purchased by this guy's name. So when I looked at that document, it has his name on it. My guess is that versus securizati or whatever it is, whatever that is, my guess is like through the court divorce process, they, meaning maybe her, put a lien on the property to make sure that he couldn't sell it or something like that without, doing it the right way. I wonder if those ages are correct. But anyways, I'm like, oh, curious.
Oh.
What's the story here? But
Cougar.
Cougar. Yep.
Sorry.
Anyways, so yeah. So anyways, we're looking at list pendants. That is what it is. What was your offer to her? $350. Okay. The loan was back in 2023. And so the loan was for about $352. So it's probably not much lower than that. She probably wouldn't walk away with hardly anything. It's probably why her reaction sounded defeated. So what I'm taking away from this is we want to have as much conversation with the seller about the situation with the divorce, the situation with, what's owed on the property. That comes up in the script under condition is what's owed on the property. Let's go back to the price. We gave her an offer of $350. Oh, that's too low. Too low. Okay. What were you hoping for? What could you do? Something like that, right? We want to just really stretch that conversation out to really understand, like, so what? So what then? Like you heard my offer. So what? What could you do? That's what we want to get to. Was there any of that conversation?
There was.
Okay.
The lowest she said she'll go is 460. And I think
460.
that's because she has it listed on the market as 464.
464? Okay. What was your reaction to that?
Oh, no reaction.
No reaction? You just said okay?
Yeah, he has kids in there with him.
And I said, what's wrong with your realtor? Oh, my reaction to that was, why are you choosing to go this route instead of your realtor?
Yeah.
And she
Great question.
said, I've had it listed. I'm doing my due diligence. I'm trying to get it sold right away. And that's where I got the sense of urgency.
Okay.
She knew her numbers. She knew her area. She knew her market. So she just kind of wanted to get to the point.
Sure.
Right. So.
Okay, so we've seen this situation several times today. You're going to see it time and time again. This is a seller has their property listed. They know their numbers. Have it listed for 464. The lowest they'll take is 460. It's just like, okay,
Right.
here we go. So usually that's when I'm trying to disqualify the person, and I say, hey, I totally get it. You sounds like you want to get as much as possible. I don't blame you. I don't know if you looked at the listing.
I did.
Okay. Is it remodeled? Is it?
It's
nice?
move-in ready. It's nice.
It is? Okay. They've had it listed for 100 days though, right?
I think 120 something days. This is
Was that a price cut of 6K?
they've had it listed since
Dude, if you can get it at 400,
July.
I say you go for it.
Yeah. So this is just one of those tired stories I tell over and over again, and this will be the story till the end of time. Obviously, contextually, it'll change a little bit. Every scenario will be a little bit different, but you doing this while on the, did you do this while on the call? Like look at some of these houses?
No, I didn't.
Okay. It's not an easy muscle to build if it's really uncomfortable to do, but the more that you can look stuff up while on the phone and take the time and let the time happen to look, even if there's some little bit of silence or whatever it is, I like to talk out loud. So I'll be like, okay, oh, you have it listed. Oh, okay. Let me pull it up and look at that real quick. Okay, so let me type this in here, and I'm just gonna pretend like I'm taking the time to. Okay, so 123 Main Street in blah 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 town, Florida. Enter. Okay. All right, I see it right here on Zillow. Okay, I'm clicking that. Okay, you've got it listed for 469. Okay, how long have you had it listed? All right, now I'm just gonna get really curious about the listing. How long has it been listed? How has that been going? What kind of offers have they had? Have they had any offers? Ooh, I'm looking here and looks like you had it listed originally at 515, and it's just, since June. I mean, we're going on almost half a year now, and price cut. And honestly, Mrs. Seller, this is what I'm seeing everywhere. I mean, even on our own properties we're dealing with right now, the market is really tough. Unless you have your property priced very aggressively and your house is uniquely remodeled, nicer than everybody else's, everybody is sitting. I mean, let me go click and look around and see what other properties are listed. I mean, just in your neighborhood, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 properties just in your neighborhood, 1 to 2 blocks away. 10 properties. 10 properties. And they're all priced around the same. The lowest one is priced at 445. Okay. And yeah. I mean, this is just the market right now, and especially in Florida right now, it's getting hit pretty hard,
So essentially, you're planting seeds to get them to think, right?
Yeah, I'm just airing out all of the thoughts that I'm having, and these are like super valuable conversation topics to have. Because I'm, like you said, I'm planting those seeds, and I'm going to fuel the doubt of 469. I mean, their lowest price they'll take is fucking 460. Give me a break, dude. Not only could they not walk away with 460 if they sold it at 469 with a realtor, the realtor fees alone are going to be 20 plus grand. They're going to tell you 460. What are they talking about? The properties, 10 properties right now are not selling. They're all getting price cuts. So, I mean, do you want to sit in here and go on a price cut war with everybody else and sit around for the next 6 months and be on the market for a year? Because that's what's going to happen. and you might not end up being able to sell
all those leads again. The people didn't pick
it.
up.
Or would you like to take a cash offer? I mean, you've got options. You can keep sitting here for another half a year. You've already been here for almost half a year.
Everything else we have.
So how does that work when they have a realtor?
So we were just talking about that with Justin. So when they have it listed with a realtor, they have a contractual obligation to pay a commission.
And then
So
anything else.
that's a part of the equation from a dollars and cents standpoint. For you, you're making an offer to them. That's it, right? And logistically, if we go another layer down, an agent, when they're involved, they're going to want to run the show.
Right.
They're going to want to use their agreements. They're going to want to use their title escrow company. We want to try to steer away from that and get that agent on board to work with us. Most agents are going to cry about that and have a really hard time. Some will be flexible and open-minded and just be happy to get it done with and get their commission. But that is potentially now a new character in the game that you now have to influence and, and get them on board with the price you've offered, the terms of your offer, and you may now have to negotiate a second time with the agent to get them on board with what you and the seller have agreed to.
Got it.
But at the end of the day, right, you want to always approach it positively. You want to help influence them and let them know, hey, your seller, your client really wants to get this done. I see 10 properties listed here. They don't want to deal with the price cut wars. They want to get this done. You're still going to get your commission. No one's cutting you out of this, and we can get this done, right? So
when you said try to do it while you're on the call with them, are you going to Zillow or Property Rate?
I go to Google first.
Okay.
I go to Google first because when you go to Google first and you type in 123 Main Street, the address, you don't know what you're going to find. What I mean by that is you're first going to see the street view, right? I like to see the street view. This one doesn't have a street view. That'll happen usually in more of those communities, right?
Okay.
Or if it's just not on the map yet. And I like to look at a map view, personally speaking, because usually I'm working in areas I'm familiar with. I want to know what other properties I've done in the area. And then I might see that it's listed. They didn't tell me it's listed yet. I might see that, it looks like there's a listing there. I click on it. It's not listed, but it's showing a prior listing from when they bought it 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and there's pictures.
Got it.
Those pictures might show up on Zillow. Those pictures might show up on Realtor.com, on Redfin, you name it. So I don't want to miss out on the opportunity to get give myself an advantage in the conversation of getting more information up front. So I get the address, right? I might write it down. I might be in Resimply typing it out, or I might just type it straight into Google and take your time through it.
Just
Literally say, okay, let me pull this up real quick. All right, 123 Main Street. Say it out loud, a little quieter, so they can kind of hear you thinking. All right. I like to look at the street view and say okay, it looks like it's this type of house. All right, I'm looking at the right house. Looks like it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,422 square feet. I'll confirm some of the facts. Looks like it's listed. Okay. All right. How long have you had it listed? Now I can start to get into that a little bit, right? Because the fact it's listed, I'm no longer going to open it up with what has you thinking about selling.
Right.
Clearly, they want to sell it, and it's even listed. So now I can get into the, how long have you had it listed? Have you got any offers? Now I can get into that. Well, what made you reach out to us? And now I'm trying to differentiate, why do they want a cash offer versus a listing, right? So, yes, I think it's very critical to being effective on the call, in the conversation, by looking up the address. And it doesn't have to be at the beginning. It's ideal. But again, a deal that I closed last week that I took from the seller, I was feeding my daughter lunch at the table, so I wasn't in front of my computer. I barely even answered the phone, and I just had to talk around it. And then when 20 minutes into the call, went to my computer, and I typed it in. Okay, now I'm looking at it. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have some pictures of when you bought it. That's really did happen. Okay. Does it still look like that? Okay. Looks like it's a pretty clean, updated house. Doesn't need anything. Okay. Right. It's super helpful for the conversation. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So how soon do you think I should follow up with her? I told her she has 24 hours to decide.
Okay. So with that in context, I would say she's in Florida, so we're at 3 p.m. on Pacific time over here. She's on the other coast, so it's 6 o'clock. I'd maybe reach out to her at 8, and I would have a conversation with a different tone and say like, hey, Mrs. Seller, I was just thinking about our conversation, and I can see why you reached out. I mean, there's 10 houses for sale at the same price in your neighborhood, just within 2 blocks. I mean, it's really hard right now in the market. So I can see why you reached out. You've had it listed for 6 months. I mean, are you really serious about a cash offer? That would be the opener of my conversation.
Absolute
Banger.
acting class.
Banger.
Acting class.
That's how I would set it up, right? And once we get into whatever she has to say about that, right? I want to bring up the motivation of the divorce. Does she really want to keep living in this house? Right? I'm sure you don't want to live there anymore, right? All of these things we can just push on the button, push on the button, push on the button. All of these things are leading to why she reached out in the first place. We're just trying to help her realize that and make a decision. You've got a couple options. You could just sit here on the market, but there's 10 other people doing the same thing within 2 blocks. And it's been 6 months. So now I'm going to go back into the story about the market's really tough right now. Even on our properties, we're seeing our fully remodeled houses sitting on the market and price cuts. And then you get an offer, and then they want you to give them a $10,000, $20,000 credit towards their closing costs. And, you said you wanted 460. I mean, you're not even going to. I think camera's back. The audio should have been rolling. It might not have actually. It might have dropped also. But we're
What I
back.
always tell people, actually, especially women,
Uh-huh.
I tell our female sales reps to flirt with old men.
What'd you say?
If it's a dude, you're flirting with the old guy.
Oh, flirting.
You're flirting with
Yeah.
the old guy. Like, we're an acting class.
Yeah.
We just manipulate them like crazy. You think it sounds funny, but like Abby and Whitney, like it's their job.
No,
Be
men
playful.
are dumb. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Men are very
They always don't think with
Yeah.
the right head.
Think with the wrong head. 2 heads and they choose the wrong one every time. Yeah. But that's how we can help have that follow-up conversation. We can get deeper in it. And we want to strive to have those conversations on the initial call. We want to get as deep, as personal as let's figure this out now.
Yeah. I'm here to
Because
help
if we
kind of
don't,
place, right?
it's all from again, I'll just keep repeating myself. It's all from a genuine curiosity and wanting to help them point of view. And if you come from that approach and you're seeking clarity and you're seeking closure, that's the word I was looking for. You're seeking closure before the end of the call to know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. If you have that finite goal in mind, then you're going to take the time to ask the right questions and to try to figure it out. Because way too often I see it nonstop is we get on the call, we get the information, we go through the script at a surface level, the motivation, condition, the occupancy, the timing, the decision makers, the roadblocks, the price. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
The fuck? You know, like we need to go deep. We need to figure out what's happening here. Like no matter how long that takes, if that's an hour on the phones, 2 hours on the phones, like let's figure this out. And if you can't sign today, why not? You know, like if their motivation is there, then, you know, a deal needs to happen. If they're not motivated, then let's try to disqualify them and make sure they're not willing and able to sell it to us and have closure on that, right?
Okay. Let's see if this guy calls me.
Has anyone tried calling Zan?
I didn't hear a yes.
I did 3 times in the text.
To Zan?
Yeah. I'm in order.
But yeah, push those buttons,
Okay,
see what happens.
I will.
Good job on making the
Thank you.
offer. There's motivation there. Ooh, snappy. You can't leave without a deal. You what?
Hopping on the train.
There you go.
My girl's birthday.
Okay. LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Follow that train.
Going out later.
Yeah.
Right now.
And a little bit.
I live in LA. Drive in LA.
Oh, for real? I already bought a
Right about
train ticket. You finna leave tonight?
All right, so where are we at on the leads?
Before that leave?
We've called through all of our leads.
We what?
We've called through a lot of our leads.
Okay, we've called through a lot of leads, and where are we at with things?
You're more.
I think Ashley's gotten out an offer.
Got
Kevin.
an offer out?
He's doing a referral.
Kevin, you got a referral going?
I offered, she said she's already got a realtor person that she bought the house with not too long ago.
Okay,
She's got my number
okay,
and I'm here to help.
okay.
And that got hung up on.
Got hung up on?
Yeah.
Yes,
The
there you
nicest,
go.
the nicest person ever too. She's just sitting there trying to talk to him, and he hung up on her. So
I got 6 minutes on.
you got 6 minutes on. We got disqualification.
Okay.
Justin had a good long call.
That was a good call, and there's more to be discovered, right? Because we got hung up on the property being listed. There's real motivation there. Okay, so again, guys, if you're looking for quality leads, Lead Zolo is a great place to go to find people who are looking for a solution now. Right? We had several leads today that were listed. They're looking for an alternative solution. People that are in situations like going through a probate that need and want to sell. So,
And Lead Zolo will refund you if it's a listed lead, and it wasn't supposed to be a listed lead, by the way. So that's a free at bat for you. Lead Zolo knows it's a free at bat for you, which is awesome. And then Ashley converted a Spanish speaking one.
there we go.
Right? That was the one you made the offer on?
I texted him and he said he's still looking to sell. He's at a tire shop.
Okay.
Do we want to look at this property?
Let's look it up. Is this the property right here in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay. Had you already spoken with him?
No.
Oh, you haven't spoken yet. Okay. That's the one where there's low equity, or is it a different one? But also probably low equity. Loan balance? Is this loan balance right here? 475? All right, Joe.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.
Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir. You too, man.
Yes, sir.
I'll keep you updated on everything.
All right.
Nice meeting you. Run at it. Let's get that all for you.
And so I think if you're watching this and you buy leads off of Lead Zolo, I think you should buy the Spanish-speaking leads because they're just lying to you. They do speak English. Because one of them spoke English, right?
Yeah.
Did both of them speak English?
One of them.
The other one was pure Spanish?
The other one was broken English.
Was broken English? She understood?
Yeah.
And with our AI will talk to the leads in their language, but then we can't convert them after that.
I'm surprised there's not an app that does the translation in real time.
Yeah.
This
That
is
would-
David.
Don't the new AirPods?
Yeah, the new
that's
AirPods
when they're
do.
talking to each other. I'm like, when is it gonna go through phones? Like, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
Imagine all the leads that open up after that.
This is David. Do you look at this all?
Oh, it's only when you're talking like.
I don't ever look at assessed value.
Got it.
No.
Yeah, phones makes perfect sense. They haven't got there yet, I guess. Okay, do I pay attention to the assessed value when it comes to looking on Property Radar? Yes, but sometimes it's off. It could be accurate. Let's take a peek. Let's see. I see a big tree on the street view. Why don't we grab that address and put it into Google? See what we
Who
get
wants to
from
talk
that.
to a mobile home?
Which one?
You do? Got you.
What's the person's name?
I'm gonna let you know right now.
My name's Jimmy.
My name's Strat.
My name's Strat.
Her name is Amy.
Okay. Interesting. Click on that street view there. I
Okay.
don't know if this is an accurate address, but looks like we're in. Go ahead and drag and go over there. Okay. It could be down that road that they're, Google Street View didn't want to go down. Let's go back to, hit the back button. Hit the back button again. Okay. Go ahead and click on the map. Go ahead and click on the map. Okay. So this is some due diligence stuff you sometimes have to do. We're in the satellite view, so go ahead and zoom in. Yep. Okay. So it's
There you go.
probably that property there.
You want one, Kevin?
Go ahead and zoom out a little bit more. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Seeing if there's any other properties nearby. It's possible. There's that other property. It's possible that he owns, like all this land here. It's all altogether possible. So maybe that's part of why the assessed value is higher. Go ahead and zoom way out and just see where we're at in Texas. Keep going. Any major cities?
Let me see.
Keep going.
Did I send you a screenshot of the list?
Go ahead and hit the layers button here, just so it
I
goes to
messed
just
up.
like a more normal. You hit the traffic. Hit traffic, I guess. Yeah. Did you click it?
Mhm.
Let's try that again.
I think that's what's giving us this
oh.
colors.
Let's see. Oh, shoot. I have it set up on mine. Right click. Yes, let's go to map type default, maybe. I think it's on default. Okay. Let's go.
Why is the camera facing me? I'm doing this wrong.
Oh,
We need to get it zoned in on you a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
okay. Go ahead and zoom out more. Okay, now there's nothing on there. Let's see if there's the cities and stuff.
All right, the new lead is
Okay.
in.
So it's in Timbuktu. Here's Houston. Here's Austin. Yeah, it's.
Is it on a lot of
way-
acreage though?
Way out there. So that's a challenge. I would presume because it's way out there. To my point is, I'd say that assessed value is probably too high. Because I would assume. Oh, go back to Property Radar. What's the acreage on this thing? Go to Property tab. I can see the lot size. It says 228,000. So if it's
only a couple
40 something an acre, we're, 5 acres or something.
Where did you see the lot size? Sorry.
Right here at the top.
Oh, got it.
And then it'll be, if you scroll down, it's probably hiding in here on the site. Yeah,
Got
5.24 acres. There you go. So I'd be surprised if an acre was super valuable in that area. Again, I don't know enough to say if it is or isn't. So
She is.
year built 2013. That little satellite view did not look like a 2013 built house, but maybe
I have another one for
maybe it's
you,
a mobile
Kevin.
home
This
or
is a
something,
mobile home.
Because it did come up as being listed, right?
I don't believe so. That's just the address. Usually if it's listed, go back to it real quick. Usually if it's listed, you'll see the address just like this. And then you'll see a line, and then you'll see MLS and a number.
Okay.
MLS number.
Zach, you want another one?
Yeah. That's usually the tall tale
Justin,
sign.
did you want
that
another one?
It's listed. Actually,
You're already out- you're out of here going home?
And the MLS number next to it.
You're gonna hit some major traffic, boss.
No, that's what I'm, I think I might be.
Wow, look at that. Is that supposed to be the same property?
Yeah, specimen.
Okay. So that is one where this level of due diligence has given me an idea. It's out kind of in the country, and I'm just going to be curious as heck to find out more about this area, this property, why they're interested in selling, all that kind of good stuff, right?
Okay. Okay, so we'll see what happens when called back then.
Yep. When it's not like straight in town in like a normal city, it's much more difficult to evaluate it. And so.
And that's because of the area and also making sure we have a buyer?
Yeah, it's going to be your buyer pool. It's going to be comps. It's going to be all those things that, if I'm sitting today here in Fresno, if you were to send me an address that's in town, it's in a neighborhood that's surrounded by other neighborhoods or businesses, and it's a lot easier for me to understand what our house is selling for.
Got it.
So yeah,
Okay.
much more difficult when it's out of the
There you go,
country.
Zach. I just sent one.
Okay.
Great seeing you, boss.
Good luck. Good luck. It was great, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys. Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Drive safe.
Hi, Diana. This is Kevin reaching out to you because you were looking. My name is Kevin. I'm reaching out to you because you inquired into us buying your place.
You're selling your 2 lots? Hi. So this usually takes about 5-10 minutes for us to go over some information about your property. Do you have time for that? We can't talk while you're driving.
There you go.
So, so tell me about these 2 lots that you have. It looks like there's a mobile home on it. Hmm. Okay. So what's got you thinking about selling? Okay.
I said the Verizon one, unless the person you're calling is not available. please
So-
call later.
How long have you had this property?
That's the main reason she's interested in selling.
When you're flipping on property, do you have like a checklist of things to try to get done before you close on that?
Okay, so what is the main reason you want to sell this?
So you feel like we're good with it?
The short answer is you should. The long answer is typically not. And the reason I
Hello?
say that is because if you were really thorough the way you would want to be, you're probably going to be a pain in the ass to the person you're buying from. Yeah.
Hello, you're kind of breaking up a little bit. Can you hear me?
You can set expectations however you want. Okay. Hey, Mr. Seller, exactly. So, okay, next steps from here. You know,
Building,
if Tuesday next week orders, Wednesday.
okay, and you said you're no longer in the area?
All my contractors will come, I'll take some measurements, I'll have my designer probably with them too, they'll get a feel for the property.
Okay, okay.
Have some inspections.
So-
I'll probably have someone come out.
How much were you looking to get for this?
Sewer line, someone come check out the AC, different things like that, just to get ahead of things.
So that would put someone on the.
85,000 for the 2 lots?
As a whole, because basically I would deal that, I mean.
Have you had other offers?
I'm not gonna plug in to ask, I'm just wondering if there's like anything I should be prepping on, because like.
So I'll come back to that, so,
Uh-huh,
you get my
but-
point.
Yeah.
Have you had other offers?
Correct. However, if you ask me that, or Strat that.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, by the way, can I get back? It's like, yo, dude.
I think that's who's on the phone right now. Or Zach did. Do you want one more?
Extra steps. I've already told you seller that we're done with our inspection. we're gonna do this,
Yeah, that would make it hard, that would make it hard to purchase.
With the seller and have to coordinate back and
So,
forth. That's
I mean, because it looks like, you know, the only value here are the 2 lots. Like the mobile home definitely has no value in it.
Doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
That's a pain. For some wholesalers, they don't care. But for most of them, they're like, yo.
Yeah, okay.
you signed the agreement,
So,
you said you're
Do
done with your
both
inspection,
lots
go
have,
So, because this one I
have
did,
city
I went
services?
signed
They have
the-
water and sewer there?
And I dug in and, oh,
Okay.
no, actually, there's more. I was like, well, how bad is it? I don't think it's that bad, because anyone really sees
These
it.
are ones subject to inspection.
Correct, yes. I
So
got it.
do you owe anything
I'm
on
just
this
wondering,
property?
like,
It's
is that
paid,
like
it's
construction's planned,
free
I should-
free and clear? Okay, obviously no one lives in the property, right? Vacant?
So that way it's go time.
Okay.
So the things you.
What's your timing look like? Where are you at in this process? How soon were you looking to get an offer and sell it? Yeah, as soon as possible.
That's the one thing I struggle with.
So who are the
The design.
So is there anyone besides you that would make a decision? Okay.
Contractors.
Yeah.
You have all the pictures, you have all the details of what you have. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, so you're just speaking for him.
You say, here's my scope of work.
Okay.
Conditions that I want.
So,
Now, each contractor.
All right.
Slightly
Well,
different. You might have a relationship.
so,
Where you're like,
well,
hey, this is the look I'm going for.
normally how this works is I'll just take this back to my team. They will run the numbers and they'll see if this property fits what they're looking for. I mean, the good thing is we have recently sold some properties, so
Thank you so
we
much.
have some money. So let me send this to my team. We'll work on this and then we'll give you a call back. I can call you back at this number. Kevin.
You tell me what the work is.
I'm trying to use, like, right now, I'm using.
Okay. And did I pronounce your first name right? Diana? Diana. Okay, perfect. Okay. We'll give you a call. Thanks. Okay, bye-bye.
The reason why I'm asking is we're just talking right now, and we called it.
So 2 lots, they supposedly have water, the services there.
Okay.
They're not in the area anymore. It sounds like they just moved a little bit. They moved a little way. They're building a house. They need the money.
Okay.
So they said that they've had an offer for 85,000. Don't know how valid that is. They said, yeah, we have someone else interested, but they don't have money. It's like, okay, well, they can't really buy the house then.
So-
They've had this for like 20, 25 years.
Okay.
So it used to be her husband's house. He's the one that makes the decisions. She's just speaking for him. Yeah.
So the biggest thing, we can control the whole conversation. So let's go back to like the beginning of that script. We have the script there for a reason.
Right.
Right? Like, hey, what's her name again? Diana?
Yeah, Diana.
Hey, Diana. This is Kevin. You reached out to us about buying your place down in Florida. Are we still interested in selling it? Yeah. Great. Good job. When she said 85 and you were like taken aback. You're like, 85, what? Great job there. Right? But then as soon as like I do that, I'm like, okay, great. Way to keep her on the phone. Like you can't talk on the phone while you're driving. Like, that doesn't sound right. I don't ever want them to get off the phone. But then it's like, great. How much are you looking to walk away with? You sold it. And then you missed on we didn't establish any upfront expectations or anything else like that. And then I want to live my life here in the motivation. That's where I should have been. And when I'm asking it, I don't want to be super direct. I'm like, well, why are you selling this thing? You know, I want to be surprised, like how Dean's always talking about. I want to be surprised. Oh, wow, you know, geez, own this thing for 25 years. What's the reason you're even considering selling it? I don't want to be as direct and punch into their soul, man. Tell me why you're selling the house. That is really aggressive, and it may not go over the best. Curiosity always pierces everything. Curiosity, people want to help us out. That's what I always say. All right, what a bunch of notes for you. When we're going over the timeline, oh, wow, okay. So you want to sell it, and like, because they want to build a house. Oh, wow, build a house. How long you guys been thinking about building that house? How long have you been thinking about selling this one? Like, I have so many questions. I want to poke and prod and maneuver around that. That should take me like how I was talking about our sales guy today. He should have stayed in that pocket for 20 minutes, not just directly to the house. Because now we're talking essentially about land based off of what we're seeing here, the fucking burnt down trailer. You know what I'm saying? So I should probably just stay in the pain pocket as long as I can, because the only thing I can ask is, what's it zoned? Are there utilities? And then I have nothing else to really talk about. But, oh, wow, okay, so you're building a house. How long have you guys been thinking about building a house? Okay, what was like the straw that broke the camel's back? Hey, you know what? We got to sell this. You know, and so I can isolate. Why sell this? Why not sell something else? I can go down all those little rabbit holes that'll help me gain insight into what they have going on. That is the biggest thing, to where like we kind of smoothed over why you're investing in selling. I'll build a house. All right, cool, peace. And now I'm down, and the call was what, 7 minutes? Right, it was like 7 minutes. To where ideally, if someone's selling to us, I want that to be a 30-minute phone call. Like if it's a 7-minute call, it should be like, well, I want $1 million for a piece of land. It's 100 by 100 lot, and it's in the middle of Fresno. Like, no, I'm not giving you $1 million for a 100 by 100 lot in the middle of Fresno. But if she's like, yeah, I want 80, I've had other offers. And what'd she say when she said she had other offers?
She had one for 85.
Why she didn't
take? No, she wanted 85 for it.
She wanted 85.
She wanted 85, and she had someone that wanted it, but they didn't have money.
Okay. I'm like, oh, wow. They didn't have money. What happened there? And then you could just, because I want to know that will go into like buying hesitancy or selling hesitancy, because they want to make sure you're not a schmuck. Right. And so I want to know what the red flags are in their head that they're thinking about, like, okay, so this next time I got to be able to figure that out. And so I want to go and I want to explore that section of it too. Right. So I'm exploring all of the motivation. Oh, wow. It fell out. Some didn't have money. What happened? How long were you in escrow? How long ago was that? Right. I just want to explore the whole situation. I just call it, I'm walking down a hallway. The door opens up. I'm going to open up the door, go see what's in the room. Once we've uncovered everything in the room, I'll walk back out. Then I can go back down, keep walking down. She probably said something else, right? You're taking notes on where she said something. Ask her about that. And then I know I get to the end of the house and there's no more monsters in the house because I checked every room. The monsters are the objections, right? And so that's how I'd want to think about that. So as she starts saying these things, anything where it's an inkling of like that's a pain in the ass. I know that sucks. Oh, they didn't have any money. Oh man, what a bum. Right? Or what a schmuck. I'm sorry to hear that. When was that? Oh, geez, how long were you tied up for? Right? Like I have a couple different questions I can layer in there. And then we could really dive in and like actually get more out of her price. And I would have pushed back. I'm like, geez, you want 80? I'm just looking on the internet and it says it's worth 46. Where's this 80 coming from? Right? And then, well, you want to sell a house? And then I would have known how long they've actually been trying to sell, how frustrated they have been because they got drug out by a dude with no cash. And that can take up 20 minutes really fast, and then she'll open up and we'll have more rapport. That's what I'm going for. Condition, I'm pretty sure she just told you it was burnt down,
Yeah.
But then I would be like, burnt down? Who burnt it down? Right? And who burnt it down? For me, I always thought, man, I had a tenant burn down one of my houses one time. It was terrible. Who burnt down this one? And then opens up about that situation, right? She's like, yeah, we tried being landlords. We tried this. We tried that. As you can see, like now I'm learning about her story and her situation. Right? Now at the end of the call, I can like, Janet, it sounds like you've been through a hell of a ride. You've had schmucks dragging you around. The house got lit on fire by a bum. You and your husband just want to build your house, and you're looking to really get this thing done in 20 days. Like now I know what they are trying to do, and I can solve for that. If they're trying to build a house and I don't really know the other pain points, I can't really solve anything. If I have the story and I can uncover all those pain points, all those little monsters in the rooms, then we're good. What else? As far as this, you asked about how much they owe. They don't owe anything.
No, obviously
No one lives there. Yeah.
Yep. The timing. I want them to correct me. So I'm like, oh, how soon are you actually looking to sell? 30 days, 6 months, a year, and then don't say a word. Like, oh no, I really want this to happen in 30 days. I'm like, nah, I can sell in 6 months. If they tell me 6 months, it's not a highly motivated person. Or maybe they have like a probate situation and they're trying to hide their motivation, or they're trying to hold their cards close. But did you ask about decision makers?
Yeah, like I was talking to her. She was going back to her husband. I don't know. It sounded like she was probably Spanish, primarily Spanish speaking. Maybe
Okay.
He was. Maybe that's why she was the one talking. But she said that he's the decision maker, but she's just talking for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could be hard with people who aren't necessarily American. They're not going to answer your questions, and that's just a part of the game. Like, try asking these questions to an Eastern European. I'm like, no, I'm not answering these questions. Or an Asian, or whatever it is. Really tough. Way to identify the decision makers. We always want to ask, like, hey, can he talk to me? And then depending, like, it's not because you're a woman I don't want to talk to you. It's because if we try and buy a house and we don't talk to both people, we don't want someone to sell the house out from underneath their husband. I'm not saying that's what you're going to do. Make a joke out of it. That way you can get that other decision maker on the phone. We didn't uncover roadblocks at all, right? So that roadblocks, after we've uncovered that whole story, I'm like, man, I mean, let's assume you like our offer, you decide to move forward with us. What would be the next thing that you need to figure out, if anything? And to be like, well, I don't know what we're going to do with the trailer, or, well, like something else should pop up. So that way, again, how can I solve that problem too? That's why we're just prying deep, digging into all those questions to help them out. And then price, we could ask it one more time. Jeez, based off everything you told me, someone burnt the place down and it's 2 lots and it's got some utilities. Like, what do you feel like a fair price for the property would be? And you probably would have gotten another drop. We try and ask 2 to 3 times. And then you set good expectations Oh, those are alternate introductions. I just tell you to look and see what lots are selling for. Oh, it's a 6,000 square foot lot.
Well, she said 2 lots, so like, what are they like?
Do you have property radar set up?
I haven't used it, but yeah, it's here.
Throw the address in property radar, and then you can just see who owns the 2 lots.
All right, well, this is how you guys feel about it. So we went to an event to do the walkthrough because I was supposed to do the deal, and so I signed it with the.
You're doing good?
So he drove out there, he's banging on the door, come over here, and the guy didn't answer, it wasn't there. I drove out there. So I was like, well, okay, like, yeah. I don't know, I didn't see attitude towards sellers, and I had like.
How much does he want?
Yeah, I'm like 30.
What's it worth? Like, what does the internet even say it's worth?
So I would just never think of saying something about a seller, because I'm like, that's a customer type thing.
Yeah.
Where do you?
Okay, I
Hit site address.
And he's like, I'm doing 5 deals a month, and I was like, you're doing 5 deals a month with this attitude? Like,
No, we just want, yeah, click that, and then we can paste that in.
Customer service.
What's the guy's name?
Oscar,
Oscar. I'm trying to remember. Oscar.
Alaska or something.
Okay.
I think he works
And then
for-
hit add criteria.
Todd's company.
Yeah. He's just got an engineer. It's really what it says. I mean,
That's what it sounded like. He was like, he just didn't go.
yeah. That's just an employee mindset and not a great employee mindset.
I was like, dude, if you had more deals like this, and you could get them, I'll send them over. No.
Yeah. Cool.
Right on. Yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
For sure.
Let's try to get it done one down. All right, I'm taking off. It was nice meeting you. Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. All right, I'll see you guys.
Bye, Sarah.
All right, bro. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too.
Hey, nice meeting you. Let's connect, you know?
Yeah.
I'm also in Turlock, Minnesota, so.
Okay,
Love to grab
perfect.
coffee.
All right, thanks.
This is 1 lot.
Okay.
From what I'm seeing. I don't know how she could have 2 lots.
Yes, ma'am.
I am struggling with confidence, so I don't want to make no offer for 2 minutes. But
New one?
you want,
There's new one? Okay. Jack, you wanna keep it here?
We're almost done.
Okay, keep it there. Just move where you're done.
There's 1 lot.
but how?
There's 1 lot. So go back to Zillow. And I would just filter by land. Pull up the Zillow and just copy that link and pull it up twice.
So one.
So here's just a general coaching part of that. So when someone's resistant,
Property type.
it's likely because, in most cases, it's obvious that the trust or rapport isn't there yet. Their personality type might be guarded, stuff like that.
And then go to more options.
I like to change my tone and try to break past.
Max
that
lot
barrier
size right there.
Because if we don't, then that's just, that wall's up and the wall kind of remains there.
1/4 acre.
When we can just get past the surface level, we can just be like,
Anything else?
No.
Like, no, just-
let's keep it real.
Actually go up again
See if we can-
and see what's sold in the last.
If we can get on the same
2
side
years.
of the table as them, as opposed to across from them and negotiating, or the same side, that's it.
Okay.
So that's,
So I did that and I felt that, right? So I asked them how much she wanted, how much she owed, and all the things at the beginning of the conversation. Then I could tell that he was resistant, so I kind of cussed and developed some rapport, like, you have kids, if you have kids, and, develop that relationship.
I mean, that's a pretty telltale sign.
Do I ask that again?
There's a lot that's
Or
sold for
do I
10 grand.
say, wait, what did you say, or do you pretend that I didn't catch?
Yeah, my
it?
ass. Here's a lot that sold for 10 grand. Here's another 10,000 square foot lot that sold for 33
We
grand.
can always come back to anything, you just gotta kind of.
8 grand.
think about how to get there.
8 grand, we can make a couple bucks.
As much as
Yeah.
possible in the moment.
That's what I'd do.
Resistant
And when I do it, you can just soften it. Ma'am, I'm looking. There's one that sold for 10 and there's one that sold for 30.
We just know each other, but my goal is here to help you, and if I'm gonna help you, I really need to know as much information as possible. That way, we can see what's possible and what's not. And, you shared with me you're wanting 630. You said you owe a lot.
Hi, Diana, this is Kevin.
A lot could be $200,000 too, or a lot could be $600,000. And if you owe $600,000,
It's actually looking like
our conversation is going to be a lot different
and it's like about 69.
than if you
square feet.
owe
Is that right?
5, 4, 3, 200,000, right? The options change depending upon how much you owe. Because if you have a lot of equity, well then, a cash offer and just having a really clean, transaction for you is much more
Alright.
possible.
Well,
If you owe next to what you're asking,
even if that's too.
our options go really limited.
We can see that there was
we might have
one
to get
sold for 11,
pretty
one
creative
for
here.
33. I mean,
Just
the most
kind
we
of
could offer
educate
would
them.
be 8 for each
Yeah, it's
one.
educating without trying to be,
Yeah, for each one.
like scolding them or,
Right.
Okay, bye.
making them feel dumb or
I don't want your
something,
piece of
right?
dirt
That's why,
anyways.
again, it's like how you deliver it is
With
really
that,
important.
When we're making the
And
offer,
why you kind of try to be like, hey,
your offer is like $8,000 for each one, then I'll
I'm just
say,
trying to help you here
What
and
did you
like,
say when you said that?
gotta have this information
She laughed and
type of
she's
thing.
like, no, we can't do that. But
No
So
problem.
when I
Good job.
am.
Yeah.
looking
Is that your
at
first
this
offer?
And I'm trying to comp it.
Let's go. Congrats. There we go.
Yeah.
Or
Hell yeah.
typed it into Google.
I mean, I
and
read-
like
I mean-
you said, right?
Yep.
And
I mean,
now.
I read through
How do
this
I-
a few
how do I
times,
comp it, right?
but I
Yes.
just,
Yes, okay.
like someone picked
So,
up and then I like.
Unless you
I
know a
was
little
like,
bit of
that
ways
was-
around it, it can be
It's all good.
a little
It's all good. That's why we're
frustrating,
doing it though, so you
knowing
can
how to,
like
how to get
live
to where you
reps.
want to go.
Right.
I
Like
prefer
live,
to
yeah,
use
live.
Redfin
Yeah.
Okay.
because I know my way around it better.
Yeah.
I feel like they do a little bit better of a job.
I mean, if you would-
So, It didn't show up in your initial Google search. So what I would do is just copy that address there. And then I would go to type in Redfin, I would go there,
Oh, yeah, very.
and I would type in the address. Okay. All right. So this is it, yeah? Does this look right? Okay. So it says it's off market, bought in 2023. It does happen to share pictures because of the fact it was a recent transaction and it's got all the pictures from when it was listed. Kevin, see you, man. See you soon. All right. So did you guys discuss condition at all?
Yes, he said move-in ready, he's just ready to downsize.
I'm guessing you didn't see these pictures before?
I did,
Oh, you did? Okay.
yes,
Okay. So you had searched it while on the phone with them?
yes, and I asked him to change the color
Okay, nice.
and all the.
Beautiful. Okay.
I was like, oh, 2-story.
Okay, beautiful. So what I like to do, if you scroll down just a little bit, keep going a little bit past, a little bit more, keep going. Okay, right here, if you scroll just a little bit, you'll see right here, it says the Redfin estimate, and then it tells you recently sold homes, and it gives you this little map. Okay, now this isn't the end all be all. This is just their way of trying to help you see the comps. Now, if this house is listed for sale, the page is going to look a little different, right? It's obviously going to say for sale. It's going to say the price. It's going to hide this because it's not wanting to confuse you.
Got it.
It's not wanting to give you conflicting information. They'll hide this. So there's another way to get to this. I call it like the long way to get there. But this is the quick and easy way that they provide you comps. Again, it's not the end all be all. There could be another one here that's actually a better comp that they just didn't include. But I feel in general, they do a really good job. And I love the fact that I can see where it's at on a map and I can see the actual listing. I can see these are all sold when they sold. And if you move your browser, move your cursor in here, you can see those little arrows. I can cycle through the pictures without leaving the page and just understand the condition. Was this house outdated? Was it remodeled? Because cool, I know what it sold for, but I also want to know what did it look like.
Right. Okay.
So to me, this is like the ultimate perfect world of seeing it on a map, seeing very quick pictures, the price, the specs of the house, and being able to cycle through the pictures. Literally is giving me everything I could possibly want in one place. So that's why I like Redfin the most. And again,
it doesn't organize them by date sold, huh?
no, it organizes it based on what it thinks is its best comp from best to worst. So it will base it based on the bed and bath, the square footage, and its location.
Got it. Okay.
So that's why I'll do like a quick scroll all the way to the top. If you do that real quick, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,700 square feet, right? I want to remember that. And then I scroll back down. I'm looking at what are the other specs of the homes. 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,500. Okay, mine's a little bigger. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000. Okay, mine's a lot bigger. All right, that's probably discredited. Let's see what other homes are nearby. It looks like C, and then whatever that one is. C's a 4.3, 2,200. Okay, mine's bigger. What's the other one that's nearby? You can even hover over the actual thing itself, and it will go to it. You just move a little bit right there. That one's D. Okay. So another 5.3, 2,500 square feet with a pool. And then again, we can look at the condition a little closer. So that one's 649. And then the one on C is what?
The one on C is 495. Big difference.
That is a big difference, but it's a different property, right? And ours is a 2,700, 5.3. Okay.
March, D is March, and then C is August. For a month old, does that matter?
It matters. Yeah, it definitely matters. It matters because an appraiser is going to look at the past 3 months. The sooner the sale, the more relevant, and it's better, of course. So I say that best comp is that 5.3 with the pool, 2,500 square foot house. Which one did that one sell for again? It's the next one. It's on D. Yeah, the 5.3, 2,500 square foot house.
Okay.
It's on 37th. This one, 15th.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes. 15th, sorry.
Okay. The condition of that house. What would you say?
This house, it's a good condition. I think it's very similar in regards to condition. This one has a pool, the other one doesn't.
The subject property doesn't?
No, it just has a lake in the back.
A lake in the back.
Or what is that, a pond?
Yeah, click on that. Interesting. Yeah, it's all up close to the house too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's probably a bonus. I would only presume that's like a premium for that
Right.
in that neighborhood. So I don't know how to quantify the value of that, but let's just pretend it's equal value of having a pool.
Okay.
At least that's probably somewhat accurate.
Yeah.
All right. So that being said, that one sold for 649 in March. That's my best comp. The guy's asking, 630. I would say the market's a little softer maybe right now. So round up, say it's, valued at 650 because ours is a little bigger, but we also want to be conservative. So we work our numbers back from 650. This is one of those ones where we don't have a tremendous amount of perfect comps, but that one right there gives me a lot of reassurance on what it likely is. And I'm, what would be really, really good actually is to look what's for sale, right? We saw that other neighborhood had 10 houses for sale. Okay. If you go back there and scroll down a little further.
Oh, shit.
Sorry. That's all right. I think if you scroll down, new listings for sale, it doesn't have a map for it. So what I would do is if you go and scroll up, this is the long way to get to running comps is you click on this map view. Okay. All right. There's the property. Now you click nearby homes for sale. And then it puts you on the map in the area, but it doesn't like show you the subject property. So it's kind of, it misses that one aspect of saying like, hey, here's a pin on the dot
Right.
or a pin on the map. Here's where you're at. But it just puts you here, and then you can add in your filters. So you have it for sale. Look at all these houses for sale right now, right? We got a 575, a 590, a 675, a 619. And his house is on 15th, Northeast 15th. So it's right here. So I'd click on the 619 and see what the specs are on that. That's a 4,322. So it's similar to those other ones that were in like the high fives. So go back to the map again. All right. And then I would look at just another one on the water, 600. What's the specs on that guy? A 4,300, 2,700 square feet. So it's one less bedroom, but it's, right there, similar square footage. Doesn't look quite as nice on the inside.
No.
It's probably an older model. I'm just going to guess.
Right.
But we can see it's listed for 600, and I don't know how long it's been listed. If you want to check, go and keep scrolling down. Keep going down. Actually, if you go to sale and tax history, and it'll just jump you down to the right place. Click on that, see all property history. Okay, so they had it listed for rents, and then go up here. Listed for sale is going to be.
It's still for rent.
Okay, so they might be doing both at the same time, and that's why it looks confusing. So go ahead and scroll down and look for a listed active, October 9th. So they're probably trying to do one or the other at the same time, but you can see right there when they listed it. Okay, so go back to the map again.
Is this the map?
That one there. So you can see what I'm doing where I'm just kind of like doing some due diligence here. I'm looking what else is out there. And I want to see if there's any listings that are super similar that are listed for more, listed for less, listed for a long time, because that's essentially the competition that any buyer is going to have. Right, so I want to look at that 571 on the water, see if it's similar or smaller specs. And by the way, when you click on this, I think if you single click it, it'll just pull up a little box, and then you can just quick glance. It's a 3.2, 2000. Okay, now I can click out of it. The 650, let's take a peek at that one. That one's a 4.2, 1967. That's interesting.
Yeah.
With a private in-law suite, so maybe that's not included in there, but go ahead and click out of that. Did we look at the 675 one yet? I don't know if we did. Four, 3.5, 2,700. Okay. Take a little peek through the pictures. You can do the similar thing, I think. There you go. So you can cycle through the pictures without having to go into the profile itself. What would you say about this house compared to the subject house?
The inside wise is better.
Okay.
Enclosed yard. Completed landscape.
Is it better or worse or?
I think it's my personal opinion. It's better.
Okay. So someone's got it listed for 675. How long have they had it listed? I
have to click on it.
Probably click on it.
August.
August, September, October, November. So they've been almost 3 months. Okay. So I go back to that 250 number, right? If you were to spruce it up, make it a little bit nicer, 250, you're on the lake there. That's probably the max of what we want to be. And then we go to the deal analyzer, we plug those numbers in, maybe we use like 25 grand to spruce it up. I know it's a larger house. What's the square? 2,700 square feet. It's a modern style house, but it's like it's a developer house. So it's not like custom or anything. So maybe adding some custom elements to it. 25 grand is probably a very healthy budget for that. So if we go ahead and punch in 650 for the ARV. So to access that, do you have your own version of it? So to access that, you go click on File. And then you click Make a Copy, and then change this folder first. And then you got to save it in, go all locations. Or it looks like you already have a folder you like. Yeah. Okay. There you go. And then you can make all the edits you want. Okay. I'm going to put 25 in the repairs. Okay. So it says the buyer price is $462. Okay. Buyer price $462. Now, because this is a higher price property, selling costs at 10% could be less.
Okay. I would see if you could meet us.
Estimated investor profit at 15% is very conservative, no matter what price point, but even more so at a higher price point like 650. The expectation of making almost 100 grand, 97.5, is very, very generous and very high. So I would even bring it down to 10% and make that. Now, the way I have it set up is if you edit it, you're going to ruin the formula. So I'll and it'll just ruin it for yourself. So you can ruin it for yourself. But I would edit it and then just undo the edit later. So just go ahead and overwrite it, make it 65 grand. Okay, there you go. You see now your price has jumped up, the buyer price $495. That even itself is conservative. If we round up and just say 5 grand, 500K for to make it simple, feel very confident a buyer would likely buy it. Again, it's a higher price point. Property still in the market probably a little bit longer, but 500 grand is probably reasonable for what somebody would pay for that to buy it as an investment. Okay. So if you just hit Command Z there to go back. So 500 is the target of what a buyer, you would sell dispo this property. So anything below 500 grand should be what you can profit.
So we want to offer him this price here?
So technically, go ahead and override that to 65 grand again.
Where is the
Hit the forward button, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, hit it twice. There you go. So this is going to be your max offer. Your MAO is going to be this number, what someone would be willing to buy it, minus whatever profit you want to make.
Got it.
Right? So your MAO, let's call it 475, would make you 25 grandish, assuming you got a buyer to buy it at 500. Right?
Assuming I have to do repairs on it.
Assuming you have to do repairs on it.
If I don't, my number jumps up.
It will jump up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, again, the word repairs is interesting because does it need work? Probably not.
Right.
Would remodeling it to some extent, maybe some new countertops, maybe some new flooring, would that help it sell for more? Sometimes the answer is even no on that, on a price point and neighborhood like this. But would it make it sell faster? Maybe. right? So this is one of those things where you kind of got to like think through it in a neighborhood like this, where it's a developed neighbor, like it's a developer came in and built tract homes. That's the word I'm looking for. It's like a tract home, a nicer tract home development, but it's a tract home development where most of the houses are similar. If you just keep it the same, it'll likely sell at some point, but if you make it a little bit nicer, we want to see what would sell it faster. In most cases. So again, to go back to your answer or your question, repairs could be zero for sure, but would it be able to sell for 650 and sell fast? That's what an investor is going to be wondering, who's looking at this, right? So we got to be constantly thinking like, what are investors going to be thinking when they look at this deal? Oh, dude, I could sell this 650 all day and not lift a finger. Don't paint anything. This deal's a slam dunk easy. Okay. Or, oh, dude, I could sell this for 650, but I need to spruce it up a little bit because the market's really tough right now. That's the way I would be thinking about it, and that's why that's why I even said 25 grand, just to spruce it up.
Got it.
You know.
So offer him 475.
That's your max offer. You want to start with the max?
Well, no. Okay. So 450.
How much do you want to make? Those are serious questions just to get you to think, though, right?
No, yeah.
Because that's what
I'm also thinking of what he owes, right?
Sure, totally. That's why it's that's why it's so important to get past the surface and demand that we get this information in the nicest way possible. Because if we don't have that information, we're literally just making offers blindly without any sort of context. And there could be no way that this works. And we're just wasting our time even analyzing this deal right now.
Got it.
However, if he had told us he owed 550, you and I, during the past 20 minutes, are having a much different conversation.
Right.
And we're trying to evaluate what could possibly happen. And if nothing could result from it, then we're moving on to the next lead. Or we're calling him back. We're saying this is the only option you have. I'd recommend being more aggressive on your listing. The market's really tough right now. Or he doesn't have it listed, right?
No.
Okay. I'd recommend you listing it at this price. I can refer you to an agent. I'd be at a cash offer down here. It can't work. You owe more than that, right? So that's, again, just to go all the way back to the start of this conversation, we have to be unapologetically, genuinely, authentically curious to get every bit of information we can because we want to help them. And if we don't have all that information, we don't know how we can best help them.
Got it. It's like football.
You
got to know the routes, right?
You got to know
You can't just throw it like a blind pass.
You got to know the play,
yeah.
right? We got to set the play up. We got to run the route the right way.
Yeah.
We got to read the defense and adjust. This guy doesn't know ball. Come on. Dude, I was the second smartest guy in the field at all times. As a tight end, I would know all the passing routes and plays, all the run plays, all the pass protection.
Wait, how often did you?
All the pass protection and all the run.
You couldn't even read a defense.
Bro, all you had to
Did you
do.
study film?
All you had to do is watch the guy in front of you and follow him around. Okay.
What?
Did he say that?
What?
As a corner, dude, you're just out there.
I played safety too.
They probably just put you on man defense because that's the best you can.
Don't you have to watch the eyes, the shoulders, the move,
everything.
Yeah. So you just
But
follow him around.
He would just follow him around.
Dean doesn't know a thing about it.
That's a no ball.
Dean doesn't know.
I could have played quarterback, dude. That's how much I knew.
You can't throw a football, obviously. Or else you wouldn't play quarterback. Why would you?
Wait, I heard you can't even shoot a basketball.
Wow, you've been talking to her?
I haven't said the word.
Hey, you've been talking to her?
Word on the street.
She's been watching.
The street is Dean can't hoop.
She's been watching the podcast and just hearing you talk mad trash.
Word on the street is Dean can't hoop.
This is the best part of the podcast. We need to get you in this. The fact that Strat doesn't know ball.
Word on the street, Dean for sure doesn't know ball. He was not better than Stratton Brown at ball, that's for sure. And then Dean can't hoop either. He says he can hoop. He's like, but I can't hoop with you. So he's like that kid in high school. He's like, I got a girlfriend, but she goes to a different school.
I love that you try to use that type of
Bro, that is the epitome of what it is. Like,
no one's met her before.
No one's met her before. Dean's like, I get buckets. Everybody knows I get buckets, just nobody's seen I get buckets.
There's people that have seen it for sure.
No.
I just don't play with investors because they're gonna try to
No,
hurt
Dean.
you.
We could have hooped in Arizona. Like, bro, we've had multiple chances to hoop.
Oh, he's called you out and you said no. Are you scared?
Hey, dude, she's on your side for sure.
Oh,
That's brutal.
You're taller.
I know. I'm way more athletic than him. I already know that.
he's not. He's not.
That's why he'd be asking to be on my team.
He's not.
He don't want
He's
the.
not.
He doesn't want the
Damn.
smoke.
Kid that gets picked last.
No, I'm always the first.
Were you small for a point in time?
Never have been.
Never have been.
Always the big guy.
Yeah.
Always pick first. I actually love rolling into a new gym as the white guy. Yeah.
That was the white guy.
And by default they're like, I don't know if he can hoop or not. And then I told you when I moved to Temecula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dean says he can get buckets. Dean says he really hoops. Dean says he caught all the black guys off guard.
I love catching him off guard.
I just don't believe him. He's been lying through his teeth for a year now.
We're gonna play sometime soon.
He's been lying through his teeth for a year now. So what are we offering this guy?
You got to fly down to San Diego and we'll play down there. Go play with some people that actually hoop indoors regularly.
I don't know, you play outdoors here, bro, you might get shot.
Yeah, I'm not playing outdoors here or ever anywhere.
What are we offering this guy?
$450.
What does he owe? $450?
What do we owe? Man, I would have loved to find that information out.
Wow. We're going there.
I thought you went there.
Property radar, that's what you gave me, right?
What did Property Radar say? He got a loan in 2023 for $570.
Oh.
Okay. So.
Oh.
He owes a lot, like you said, which is tough. That 570 balance is, what's that right there? You got, oh, no. He bought it for, okay, so here we go. He bought it for 570. So when it says market and then the deed, that's what the transaction was for. He bought it for 570. And then the loan right here in first position is 559,675. So round up, he got a loan for 560. Not much better at all. And that was in 2023. So, I mean, he probably owes not much less. 530 is optimistic.
I tell my team, this guy's fucked, is what I typically say. This guy's fucked.
So again, now knowing that, we've got to approach this conversation coming in with like, hey, doing some quick due diligence here. I'm seeing you bought this house in 2023. You bought it for 570. You got a loan for 559. It's been, 2 years. Your balance is probably 540, 530, something in that ballpark, a cash offer for me to make a cash offer, come in here, turn around, do a little bit. I mean, your house is nice. I would do just a little bit of work to get it, basically like spruced up so it stands out amongst the crowd. I see, houses listed right now in the low 600s. So I would want to stand out amongst those and list my house competitively in the low 600s probably. And so my cash offer is going to be lower. Like the numbers just working backwards.
At what point do you shift to innovation?
It's on the market, right?
No, it's not.
This is the last one you just sent.
But he wants more than market.
I'd say.
What's it worth?
About what market is.
What's it worth? And what does he owe?
Worth 650, probably owes about 530, 540. So
And he wants 630.
if you go ahead and click on the Novation tab in the deal analyzer,
540, 550 probably. And you.
So let's play with this. So the CCRV, the current condition retail value, based on what you and I looked at, if you had to guess, what do you think round about numbers you could list the house without doing any work to it?
I'd say 640.
Okay. I like to try to be a little bit more conservative.
With innovation, I want to be conservative because I want it to like fly off the shelf.
Yeah. We don't want to try to stretch every dollar. We want to try to like move it. Hits the market. So, ourselves for the most part. Repairs. Probably don't need to do a thing. Right? Straight to
Leave that there.
what's going on with that?
Another one.
The battery?
They're just conservative.
It's definitely a safe thing to do. And then your innovation profit, like what would you profit? That's going to be based on how much you want to make, right? And then
Timing out. I've never streamed for 3 hours.
yeah, I don't know. But in order to discuss.
Recording in progress.
You're good. It was Zoom.
It was someone with Zoom?
Yeah, it was something with Zoom.
Okay. Why don't you exit out of Zoom?
Well, the artist is still here. Peace with the artist.
Peace. Did he say bye?
Yeah, he said bye.
Oh, he's still there. Nice.
I've been in and out all day. I'm always calls, but I appreciate you.
You want to stay on this?
I'm just getting to stay and listen.
All right, I'll keep it open, bro.
Okay.
Or I can get on the YouTube.
Yeah, get on.
Yeah,
the
get on YouTube.
Get on the YouTube.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Appreciate you guys.
See you, bro.
So, Yeah, in order to get into a novation conversation, you always got to set it up with the cash offer because it just anchors those expectations of this is what a cash offer would be. So yeah, this novation looks a lot better. And I get the benefits of the cash offer of not having to pay the realtor fees, the closing costs, not having to do repairs, but I need to be a little more flexible on my closing timeline because we're going to we're going to put it on the market. We're going to look for a buyer, all that kind of stuff.
So he did say he wants cash out of it.
Everybody wants cash. He's still going to get cash.
So again, same story that we're going to replay over and over again because we're going to hear this. I want cash. That's why they're reaching out to us, right? That's the value proposition. They want the convenient, fast, easy, as is, no hassle, cash sale. That's the value proposition. However, their expectations are that they want to sell it at retail value, which makes it no way possible to make any money at all as an investment. So we need to kindly walk them through that and be like, hey, I understand you're asking 630, but I mean, I just took some time to do some quick due diligence. And I mean, that is full top dollar on the market, selling it to somebody who's going to call this home forever, pay a realtor all their fees, pay the closing costs, do the inspections, do any repairs that come up, squeeze in every single last dollar out of it. And that's actually above what I would list it for. I'd list it at, 620. Would even call it out because the expectations are so high. And that's if it's like ready to go on the market. So my cash offer is going to be nowhere near that. And then I would pause and just see what his reaction is. All right, we'll see you later. I want nothing to do with you. Oh, so you don't want a cash offer then? You'd rather just list it and see if you can get a word in before they hang up. Or, okay, well, what would your cash offer be? Okay. Well, what do you think? Right? The conversation's going to go where it goes, but answer it.
No.
Yeah.
She's gonna keep calling. She'll call like 15 times.
How old is she?
9.
Really?
The crazy one, huh?
Yeah, a crazy one. And
So
then-
that's the call that you got to make.
All right. Let me make this call because I have to take her to soccer.
We're going to clean up, then we're going to go straight to dinner, dude.
We don't have time for
It's 4:15. Our dinner's at 5.
5:30.
No, it's not enough time for a good workout.
Not for you. It takes a while to warm up.
Yeah.
You need at least 30 minutes in the sauna.
I need 30 minutes in the sauna
just to get a warm up.
just to get fucking warm.
Just get that taint sweat going hard.
just
to soak the bench right before the next person gets on.
Hey, I spray it down. Don't you?
You don't spray it down.
I spray it down.
You leave it down there.
I leave it for you.
You leave it for me.
I leave it for you.
You leave it for me every time.
I leave it for you. He gets mad because I sweat so much at the gym.
You sweat somewhere in particular, yes. So much.
Hablé con mis partners y revisamos toda la información y la casa y las casas
I'm not that
alrededor de
good at all.
Y lo máximo de el efectivo que le podemos ofrecer son $450. Sí. Sí. Porque las casas alrededor de usted ha estado por venta por unos cuantos.
Same. Did you get it from Pace or did you get it from
días,
Pace Mortgage Show?
bajando
Pace Mortgage.
día a día, ¿verdad?
Probably way better than what you got.
We believe that within 5 to
I
7
think it
years,
is.
that number's going to
Digo, ¿cuánto dijo que
Oh, I invited you and 2 others.
provide
Review.
government assistance at some point. So either A, it's going to be universal basic income, or B, it's going to be people sharing houses together, saying, I have a part-time job, I don't make a lot of money, but I can't afford to live unless I have a roommate situation. This is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That is the direction we're going. People are fearful of affordability right now. It's a massive problem.
Not necessarily us talking, but cool.
Okay.
Not
Por
us
las
talking
reglas
about.
de
I'll
24
take it.
horas y también,
50% of our United States population relies on government assistance.
si
We
gusta,
believe that
puedo
within 5 to 7
encontrarle
years,
también
that number is
a
going to
un
be over
realtor
50%.
ahí en
Every
esta
other person
área.
you meet is going to rely on government assistance at some point. So either A, it's going to be 84% of our
So do we collaborate on it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What? Of course.
Le,
Every other person you meet.
le hablo más tarde, a lo mejor, o mañana, y a ver qué dice. Okay.
You took it?
No.
Yeah, work on those sales chops.
Who you?
Her.
Okay.
You need a lot.
Okay, pues muchas gracias, Juan. Sí, igual, bye.
No go?
No. Now he said I owe 560.
He owes 560.
Yeah.
So he didn't pay down anything over the past
No.
2 years. How did that happen?
He said he took out a loan for 570, and now he owes 560.
Yeah, we see the numbers
Yeah.
we see. Who knows what happened? Okay. So what I could hear from my translation is within the first minute, you got right in the price.
Yes.
Okay. So in general, at least the way I do it, I'm not saying that it doesn't work that way. It can't work that way. It absolutely can. But if we're fundamentally just straight about price, I feel like we're missing
the motive. You gotta frame it. You gotta frame their situation. You gotta bring them back into it about everything that's going on. Because if I can take them back into that, like stats show us that if our team waits like a day to make an offer, there's no more emotional hyping. There's nothing, and the offer convert that or zilch.
Yeah.
So we want to get him back into where he was. Like, okay, you know, whatever situation, you're divorced, your wife hates you. You're trying to live in here, blah, blah, blah. That is how we're going to get him to like, yeah, you're right. Think about that.
So, and then I think that it went straight into price because I'm not super comfortable with my Spanish.
Sure. Oh, totally. I mean, that makes perfect sense.
So I'm like, let me get to the point so I don't have to, and then I would throw in my little banter here and there.
Yeah. That makes it significantly harder.
Yeah.
For sure. When there's a language barrier, you can't speak as freely or as you would typically do with your mannerisms or your tone and all that kind of stuff. Your humor, your personality, all those things. It makes it significantly harder. So that in itself makes, a lot of sense. But let's use it as a coaching point, which is
Elevate them.
We in the qualification and the offer, all of that, we don't want to make it purely about numbers and get straight to numbers, right? It's all just about again, it's about the situation. It's about why they're selling, and it's about the emotional side of it. Or, usually if someone's going to sell for cash, get a cash offer, they don't want to do it the traditional way because they either don't like that or because they believe they can't, right? They don't have enough time. Their house is too distressed and messed up. They don't want the embarrassment of listing their house. Their house has too many problems. They have too many problems. They don't want that as an option. So it's about their situation. So if it's just about the numbers, most time we're going around and passing up the whole reason why they're selling in the first place. And it's not going to make that number work because, wait, you said what number? No, I'm not going to do that number.
Offer usually is contingent upon whatever else we can find in the paint and help talk about how we're gonna help them get to where they wanna be. Right, so you may have a lead where we're buying one right now where the guy's gonna stay in the house for 2 weeks after we buy it. Right, and so you talk about that, again, I know you're moving, it's expensive, you need time, and so you can just frame everything into it, and then you can make the offer. That's why like that paint section is so important, so we can loop it all into the action. The offer is not just the numbers, typically.
Right.
We wanna loop in everything that's going on.
Think of it as, think of it as a package deal, right? Like, all right, the price, that's one outcome that they're getting. Strat used a really great example. Like, well, what else are they getting, right? What else are you offering? It could be the convenience of how quick you're closing. It could be the extra time for them to move. It could be
Whatever matters.
the mess and the problem that's with the property, then not having to deal with it or clean up anything. You know, you name it. There's a couple handful of scenarios that are just common themes that you'll see, and you bringing that to the table and having a conversation about it is critical to presenting that number and getting to that number, because otherwise it's just a number and they don't want that number.
Right.
But if they're getting more than just that number and it's the experience, like you said, the package deal and all the other benefits they're getting, and not having to deal with whatever pain they're going through and challenges they're going through, that's what's compelling to actually accept that offer. Cool.
The community should watch this on, because the offer part, we don't hammer as much. And the offer part is really important. Because a lot of people just jump right into that number. And you're just not gonna get them to where they need to be. Or you may lose it in the negotiation. Because you didn't cover one of those small little points. All right, you ready for this outro, Dean?
Ready for the outro. And no, you're not gonna steal it all this time.
Okay.
Well, the outro, the sizzle reel is what you stole the thunder from last time.
So we need to go up.
We do need to go up. Even though you're pretty short, not even quite 6 foot tall.
That's just good.
You go this one right here. All right. Hold on.
We good? Still got 35 people on here watching live, tuning in.
Tuning in, baby.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was another Deal Champs Community Day.
Why are you doing the outro again? Again?
You know, I mean,
You can do the outro. We'll do a sizzle reel after.
I'm only doing part of the outro.
Part of the outro.
This is brought to you
Keep going.
by Lead Zolo, giving our community members great quality leads, absolute bangers. Can they even hear me on my microphone?
Don't even have a microphone? Dude, is this your first time?
First time.
See, Ashley.
See you, Ashley.
Look, this is the microphone. This is how you turn it on. Has to be green light. Green,
right.
Green is good.
All right, Ashley just left. Got an absolute master class. She made the most calls. She had the most talk time today. She by far had the most talk time today. Stayed, got after it. It was amazing. Made 2 offers in Spanish, by the way. 2 offers in Spanish.
A weapon in your hands? What are you doing here?
Absolutely amazing. Shout out Lead Zolo. What do you got to say, Dino?
I mean, this is what it's all about right here, right? If you want to get better, you got to get in the trenches. A lot of people are talking about working on the business. They're talking about doing deals. We're actually working on real leads thanks to Lead Zolo. Because Lead Zolo brings you real leads with real people that want to sell their houses, gives you the opportunity to actually put real deals together. We did that last time. There are some deals that might come together resulting from today's efforts. That's to be seen. But you guys can see how if you can get in front of leads, you can start talking to sellers. And then when you work on your skills, that's when you put deals together. So
quality at bats only in the Deal Champs community.
That's where it's at.
Let's go.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for seeing how it's done. We'll catch you guys later. Let's go.